exactly when I decided to be a Scrooge about it, but I did. And
so
I
for reference, we're live, and everyone who's wondering what she's talking about, it's not Kingdom Hearts 1, it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Sorry, everybody. Hi. When did we start? What have they heard thus far?
Right, like halfway through that sentence. Right when you said right when you said I want to not hate this game.
Oh, okay. So I was talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was saying that because I genuinely enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 3, but over the years, something happened where I just started to get more and more bitter about it, and I want a reason to enjoy it again, and Remind for me was that reason, but then I just sort of reverted back into the hating mentality.
Lot. I mean, there's still...
to hate.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, because it's honestly very fun. So,
yeah, it's,
Bobby told me earlier that he found something out that made him enjoy the game more, and I wanted to hear about that. And that's where we're at. Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of things that bug me about it. A lot of choices that I think...
Heavy spoiler warning. Heavy spoiler warning right out the bat. We are talking about the entire series on this stream.
Yeah.
That's all. Alright, go ahead.
So, there's a lot of things that, you know, I still think they could change or enhance, but something I didn't catch the first time, and honestly, it's not as clear until after Remind, although I'm sure maybe someone will come in and be like, how'd you not fucking catch that?
Right, of course.
Is when you meet Dark Riku at, whatchamacallit, San Francisco, one of the, like, things he talks about of why he's there is that they are trying to he says that they're trying to figure out if it's possible to create a Hort from data, and in the context of the way the game was originally written, I mean, they still meant the same thing, but it wasn't entirely clear what they're talking about. But now it's like, oh, you're talking about Shion. Because in Remind, they specifically mentioned the only reason they know about Shion is they found Vexen's notes. But none of them could remember her.
Oh, so they were trying to figure out if she was ever a possibility in the first place.
Yeah, like they were trying to figure out if she was possible and if they could revive her using just the knowledge that other people have, you know. Because there's the bit where Sora's like, just believing that a Horde is there will create it. And Riku goes, you're right. And it's like that kind of...
Correct.
But it kind of brings up the whole thing of like, they're still trying to figure out how to get their 13th vessel. And and it's Shion that they're trying to do. So I don't know, it really kind of connected everything better, in my opinion, than like before. Yeah, it just seemed random.
San Francisco always confused me because I was always wondering, like, why are they looking to create hearts with data? But then I realized that in order to recreate Shion, you had to use data.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how else would they recreate her?
So there's that.
But because the only recorded memories that they had were the ones that were written down. Otherwise, everyone had forgotten about her, so you can't create her heart with nothing.
And they also had no way to, like...
They could have digitized his notes.
Yeah, and there's, like, no way to, like, pull her back from the past because she's not there.
Yeah.
Because she was completely erased from everything.
Shion was always a very strange and confusing concept because she was the only nobody that you can truly say was nothingness.
Yeah.
And was she even really a nobody? No, she wasn't.
Yeah,
she was sort of like what would have...
a puppet.
Yeah, and that brings me back to the Pinocchio thing, because I caught up with you earlier, and I was thinking about the whole Pinocchio thing. Riku said something along the lines of, like, oh, the puppet has lost its heart. And then, I mean, he didn't. He was clearly making assumptions that weren't correct because Pinocchio was playing dead. But, like, what happens when the puppets lose their hearts? And the replicas literally just turn into these empty bodies.
Yeah.
And
oh,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's a reference to that specific line in 3. That's kind of funny because we had just played Monstro last night. So when I saw it today, it kind of made me chuckle. Where, when the second Baymax comes down, the original Baymax or the Dark Baymax, whatever you want to call it. And Hero calls out to him. He's like, Baymax, and Dark Riku says, it's no use. This is a puppet that has lost its heart. It cannot wake up.
Oh yeah, but then it, of course, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then he says until this,
the...
and he gives it the program.
Yeah. That's a nifty little reference to Kingdom Hearts 1, because, I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 1, when he says that, Pinocchio's just sitting there like, I lived, bitch. But Baymax was clearly in a different sort of situation.
I was about to go get Wishing Store, and then I realized I'm not going to use it, so there's no reason for me to do that.
I'm getting swallowed by Monstro again on my way to bigger and better things.
Are you going to Atlantica or Halloween Town?
I honestly don't remember which one's where. It's the one with the fewer stars on it. That's where I chose. So.
Bottom or top?
Bottom.
That's Atlantica.
Okay, I guess I'm going to Atlantica, but you're going to Halloween Town, so maybe I should just switch up my plans. I want to be in sync with you to some extent, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, because I'm on Proud, I'm gonna save Atlantica until probably after Neverland.
All right. Yeah, Atlantica can be a bit of a pain. So I understand.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed, while playing 3 earlier. The fight against Davy Jones is just so disappointing.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be.
Yeah, it was just too easy.
Also, fun little personal fact, I fucking love The Nightmare Before Christmas, because I'm a little emo boy. So... and I actually thought that, in all these games, they do Jack so well.
Yeah.
And I like that he's like a dark mage in 2, especially.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nightmare Before Christmas kind of makes me cringe nowadays because it reminds me of my emo days. And,
I still watch it every year. It's so good. And then Shaw gets all upset because I have to sing through everything and I can't sing.
It does have some pretty dope songs.
It's got some bangers.
Dude, oh my god. Jack's Lament slaps. Oh. That song slaps.
All of them.
They all slap, you're right.
And,
I don't understand.
Crap, I can't remember the name of it now.
Guidance system was damaged in the explosion.
But the one where he's like, there's something here I'm not quite seeing, though I try, I keep forgetting, like a memory long since passed. Here in an instant, gone in a flash. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I can't remember what that one's called. Yeah, but I always really identified with it, especially after going to grad school.
You know, What's This is still a fantastic Christmas song.
Yeah. Okay, so the best scene in that whole film that perfectly encapsulate being a scientist 100% is when he's doing the experiment montage and all of them are failing, and then he gets the one that has the reaction. He goes, fascinating reaction. But what does it mean? That's just my daily life.
Yeah, truly.
My, that was amazing. And you are...
You know, I just noticed that these little ships on this route to Nightmare are little bombs from Final Fantasy, pixelated.
Yep.
Aw, that's so cute.
The Heartless came to town just recently. What's frustrating is
I don't like that they made them.
Oh god.
They made them blue in Final Mix. They were red in the original.
He's quite a genius. Okay, Doctor.
Oh shit! I just exploded. Oh my god! I made it through almost that whole thing. I think I just wasn't paying attention. I'm such a moron. Back on the gummy ship. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm glad that I know that knowledge that you dropped because it'll make me a little bit more intrigued to pay attention a little bit more. Maybe one of the problems with 3 in my mind is the classic Kingdom Hearts problem. Which is, you don't get it the first time, you probably don't even get it the second time.
Yeah.
You might get it the third time.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. 3 is growing on me with each subsequent playthrough the same way 2 did. The only difference was 2 was great the first time.
Yeah.
But, like, all of them are better on repeat playthroughs for their story.
Yeah.
And also
And
once you learn, like, what they want you to do gameplay-wise.
Yes. I was also thinking about the puppet thing that we were talking about earlier, and how puppets without hearts or when people lose their heart, they are, you know, they turn into heartless. And when puppets lose their heart, they just, you know, or replicas, they just kind of,
would you like to come along?
you know, their bodies stay behind us.
Yeah.
Little creepy mannequins. But the princesses of heart are different in that when Kyrie loses her heart, her body maintains, which is interesting in that only the princesses do that. But what's more interesting is that the only person who can walk around without a body so far, besides Xehanort, is Sora.
Yeah.
He's literally just a walking heart at the end of this game.
Yeah. Don't forget to check that bookshelf when you come here, by the way, for the twin page.
Alright.
That's an easy one to miss.
And Xehanort, did he really even do that? I'm not even sure he was ever able to just walk around as a heart. He actually never did that. That's why he ended up in Terra. He couldn't do that.
Yeah, he
so
did.
Literally only... He did?
Yeah,
just walk around as just like a heart?
I don't want to be a dick about it, but yeah, he did. That was a major plot point, because that's who you saw at the beginning of this one. It was him just as a horde.
Yeah. But he didn't retain form, is what I mean.
No, yeah,
like,
he didn't keep the same body or anything. He's just a robe.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that he could walk around like... Xehanort's a little confusing,
so yeah, you're
and
valid.
honestly I hadn't played this in ages, but like Sora was walking around like you couldn't even tell. There was nothing else. And with Xehanort, it's like he, you know, in order to maintain some form, he had to put his body into Terra. Otherwise, he just kind of float around, and he could float around, which is more than most people who just kind of turn into Heartless or, you know, die. But he was.
You know what's interesting that I was just thinking about while we were talking is I'm surprised, given the major kind of point in all of these games about can puppets have hearts and the replicas and all of that. They really missed an opportunity with Sally.
Yeah, they really do.
Because, like, the fact that she has a heart, despite being made by Dr. Finkelstein, is, you would think, would be a bigger point.
You know, you'd think, but also I'm also wondering if Nomura watched these movies. Or the movie, rather.
Well, as we know from, like, the way he portrays Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts, he's never played the Final Fantasy games. So...
Yeah. Or maybe it's like sort of, you know how we have Pinocchio here, and like they really dig it in, like Pinocchio's a puppet here, but like maybe it's just supposed to be foreshadowing in that sense, like, oh, we know Sally has a heart, we know Pinocchio has a heart. That in itself is important.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't want to dig it in too far, like, look at her, she is also a being that was created manually that has a heart. Crazy, like, you know, I don't think, maybe they just didn't want to make it too obvious.
Yeah. Or also you could say Sally's heart creation follows the world order. Like, in this world, that's just okay.
Is something wrong, Jack?
That's true. I mean, technically here, everyone's already dead. So, like...
Yeah, but, you know, at the same time, it's funny just because it was kind of a major plot point of the film that Sally had a heart. Like...
Yeah. Maybe they didn't want to, they didn't want to get ahead of themselves. You know? They didn't know that this would have a sequel.
Or they didn't want to beat... Yeah, they didn't want to beat a dead horse either right after Monstro.
Once we get the Heartless
Yeah.
apart, they'll dance just as I envisioned. Trust
There's a lot of stuff in this that's kind of hinted, but is not so explicit, because why establish a plot point that's not going to be addressed in this game?
Yeah. Although, then again, that's a
series.
question for the entire series.
Well, it's just this early in the series. I mean, like, with the one where they don't know there's going to be a sequel to it.
Yeah. I'd imagine if this did flop, all the work that they put into it
Yeah.
And then it would have been on like some weird Let's Play today. Be like, this was a very strange game that came out in 2020. I mean, 2001.
In 2020. Kingdom Hearts came out in 2020. I wish Kingdom Hearts came out in 2020 because I want a remake. I want that remake we were talking about last night. And then maybe they'd be able to address the stuff with, like, Sally, and it would be more like, oh, duh, of course they're addressing this.
Well, given how he did FF7, it'd probably be like, each world's gonna be its own game.
Oh. This
I
game is
feel
so,
like
short, though. They could actually do a remake of this.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think. And get the whole game in there.
I feel like, I'll be jiggered. I love Oogie Boogie.
Yeah. He's fun.
I just had the little bit where he's like, well, when I get my hands, well, I ain't got no hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone still has notifications, and you might be able to hear that loud vibrating sound. That's not fun.
Oh, I wonder if mine... I don't think mine's on. I didn't need to turn the volume on today. I was really useless today. Of course, then again, half of me felt bad for not going in today. And then the other half of me was like, well, if I hadn't, my house would be underwater right now, so... And I have the videos to prove it, so if my boss is like, why didn't you come in? I can be like, well, you see...
My entire apartment was flooded, yeah.
That's why I kind of want Shaw to hurry up and get home, because I'm like, I need to go back to work, but I need someone here to, you know, get a bucket and put the water outside. I'm like, Patrick, why don't we put the water somewhere else?
Somewhere else. Hopefully it's not still leaking tomorrow.
Well, I mean, it'll, so long as it's like raining heavy, it leaks. It started when that hurricane came through.
Is it supposed to keep raining heavy?
It's like I said, it rains until October. That's...
Yeah.
We're in the rainy season.
This is an interesting scene where they're trying to create a heart artificially. Because we know that you can do that with, like, data and stuff, but they're doing a very literal heart. Like, we need a pulse, like... But now they're doing the emotional stuff, like we need hope and despair, fear, you know. And it's very, they have this, like, creepy, beating, grotesque heart, which obviously doesn't work in the same heart of Kingdom Hearts Heartless sense. But it is interesting, the concept of these guys trying to create a heart here, especially because that comes back in the series with creating hearts through data and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just a little fun little bit.
It's a good, like, start to, some concepts.
And of course it fails. Like, you know, it's supposed to show you that this is not how they create hearts. Like...
I don't know, Oogie Boogie gets, like, 2 Heartless to follow him.
Did he really just say... Hold on. Did Dr. Finkelstein really say, in order to create the heart, let's try adding memory, and then they never do that? They need memory?
No, that's what your task is about to be.
That is crazy foreshadowing, dude.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I guess I should have touched on that. I didn't even think about it at the time, but yeah.
You didn't even think about it?
They,
yeah, that's
they
crazy
established right there that memory.
To a heart
yeah.
is something that you need in order to create a heart, which they still won't successfully do here, because I think that in order to create a heart, you need to, like, use the datascape and then remember someone important, and then, like, it's this crazy, stupid process that these guys are not going to do in Halloween Town. But...
What you hating?
Is I don't think they have the access to datascape stuff. They do it all very physically here. It's very like witchcrafty in Halloween Town for obvious reasons. Also, should I put Jack in my party? Is he a mage in this game, or is it just 2?
He's a mage.
Okay, I'm gonna kick out Donald. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's got Blazing Fury, Icy Terror, Bolts of Sorrow, and Ghostly Scream. Oh, his spells.
Fuck you, Donald. Alright.
Why can't I go up there? Oh, because I already got the item I needed. My B. I shouldn't even be here.
It's really fascinating how Nomura thinks sometimes. His, like, remember how we were describing him as, like, having a lot of ideas but not necessarily knowing how to put them all together? Well, I think that the memory creating hearts and the puppets, like, replica stuff was already in Kingdom Hearts 1 as little blips, and he had them on his, like, idea board.
Yeah. I mean, consider...
This early in the series.
Like, you can consider the fact that he has the little, like, bonus videos at the end of each. Like, clearly he already had ideas for where to go with these games.
He definitely had, like, a full D&D campaign mapped out before creating these. He needed to do some of the finer establishments, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was doing the, So I did find one plot hole, and I guess I need to look up on, like, forums and see if anyone's figured out how to settle this problem. But I did find one, like, time plot hole in 3. Now I understand that, you know, the Realm of Darkness has a weird timeline, but prior to the plot hole I'm about to describe, we only ever saw that the Realm of Darkness flows at a different rate. Like, that time can stretch and shrink, but it never bent on itself, right? Events always happen in order. So Riku and Mickey go to the Realm of Darkness at the beginning, and then Mickey's like, oh, we can't get to Aqua because she's fallen even deeper into darkness. And they leave. And then later they show the scene where, you know, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, finds Ansem the Wise and Aqua, and he ends up casting Aqua into the deeper pit. That's fine. But then we have the scene where Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, brings Ansem the Wise to Twilight Town, and there Haino, Pen, Solette attack Ansem, and Vexen saves him. But the problem with that is that Haino, Pen, and Solette then show Ansem the Wise the photo of them with Roxas, which they got from Sora, which would have been after Riku and Mickey went to the Realm of Darkness. So how does that make any sense? Did Ansem just walk around with Ansem the Wise, like, for a good month before taking him to Twilight Town?
Wait, I mean, are you asking when they got the picture? Because I thought
no,
that
I already know where they got
since Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, they got it in 3. Sora kept it after 2.
Okay, and then they got it in 3, and then...
No, what I'm asking is, why is Ansem the Wise, where was he between when Seeker of Darkness Ansem took him and when Seeker of Darkness Ansem brought him to Twilight Town? Because the timelines don't add up.
Captive.
That's
fine.
fine.
Being held captive.
But the way they frame the scenes, it's
right,
as if it was like immediately.
Disbelief. Right.
Zero. After them.
Yeah, that game's a little bit jumpy in terms of when things happen. I don't know why. Why are you assuming that there's like a month gap? Like, where's that month?
Because Riku and Mickey go to the Realm of Darkness and say Aqua's further down. But the problem is, how could that be if Ansem if Xehanort Turles takes Ansem the Wise immediately to Twilight Town? That doesn't add up. Aqua would still be around if that was the case. So he must have stored Ansem the Wise somewhere for a little bit. Or the Realm of Darkness has even weirder time and things don't happen in order. You'll see when we get there. It's hard to explain because it's very twisty and windy.
You're totally losing me right now because the way that I'm hearing it is just that he had Ansem the Wise with him, and then he cast her, and then he took him to Twilight Town, and then he cast her down, then he took him to Twilight Town.
But the problem is, the way they frame it is as if Riku and Mickey... Because, look, think about it this way. Alright, so what happens is, after Olympus Coliseum in Kingdom Hearts 3, you go back to Yen Sid's tower. And there... So that's what Sora does. But while you're in Olympus Coliseum, Riku and Mickey go into the Realm of Darkness. That's when Riku's Keyblade breaks. And there, Mickey says, we can't get to Aqua because she's further down. She's already been cast into darkness. So then you go to Yen Sid's tower, and Riku explains that to Sora. Then Sora goes to Twilight Town and gives Hainer, Pence, and Olette the picture.
Yeah.
Then, later on, much later in the game, we see the scene where Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, finds Ansem the Wise and Aqua, casts Aqua deeper into the pit, and kidnaps Ansem the Wise.
Right,
now
that's like a flashback scene.
That's fine if it's a flashback. But then... I
thought it was a flashback.
But then they show the scene where Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Ansem the Wise go to Twilight Town. But the way that, like, they're talking, they're continuing the conversation from the previous scene.
Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, I think it's also just a matter of perception of how long you think that these games take place over the course of.
It still doesn't add up because why would Aqua be cast further down if he just took him? Especially because we see Ansem at Twilight Town as Sora.
Yeah, but I thought that he was... Okay, so I thought it was a flashback. So I thought that basically he was in the Realm of Darkness with Aqua, Ansem shows up, and then he's like, get down, bitch. She gets cast down farther, and then he takes him to Twilight Town, and it all happens fairly quickly.
It can't be.
And we only see a flashback scene.
It can't be, because I'm fine with the scene with Aqua being a flashback if we say that Ansem the Wise was being held captive, which is fine, but they frame it like they're continuing the conversation from the previous scene. And it doesn't make sense because Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, is at Twilight Town when Sora goes there, and when Hainer, Pence, and Olette confront him, they have the picture that you gave them earlier in the game. And also Vexen is there.
Just held on to the picture?
Well, the other no, they can, but you'll see. It's hard to explain.
I think you're just overthinking it, huh?
No, I'm not. Trust me, it's a very big timeline issue.
It's just really awkward in the way that they did it.
Like, it's okay so long as they would say like, oh, Ansem's being kept hostage or something, but they don't show that. Instead, they show them exiting the dark portal as if they're continuing the conversation from the previous scene. And that can't be possible.
Picture, right, because they have the picture.
Yeah, because that would mean that...
After the circumstances that were happening in Twilight Town.
Yeah, because it would be...
Or rather, it was after everything that happened in the Realm of Darkness, he gave them the picture, and then... Okay, I see what you're saying, but I also... For me, I just assumed that he was being held captive. I thought that the dialogue was just awkward. I thought the dialogue in that game, for the most part, was pretty awkward, so I don't think I thought about it much.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's just like the way they try to portray it from a cinematography point of view. It's not like consistent.
Yeah, I wouldn't venture to call that like a gaping plot hole. I would just say that's like an inconsistency, like an awkward timeline.
It's pretty bad though. I mean, it's
just badly done. You know what I mean? Like for me, when I think of plot hole, I think of something that like very overtly contradicts other things. And granted, that does happen in this series, but that's so subtle.
I don't know though, dude, because the whole point of 3 is that Aqua is cast deeper down, so Riku can't find her the first time he goes there. But in order for her to be further down, that requires the scene where Xehanort's Heartless takes Ansem. And it's like, okay, fine, so they held captive, but... And also, plus with Vexen, like, betraying them, it also requires, like, that the scene must also happen after Vexen's already built the replicas and stuff for him.
Right. I think that one of the worst problems with 3 is terrible pacing. And I think that that can all be boiled down to terrible pacing. That game just had the worst pacing of any of the games in the series. Well, besides Dream Drop, that was fucking terrible. But, because no one knew what the fuck was happening in Dream Drop the whole time. But this game just did not know how to pace itself at all, or how to tell the story in any type of linear fashion. There were so many flashback scenes that it became confusing as to when they took place, and if you didn't play every other game in the series and study it religiously like we did, you wouldn't know. I think it was just a very confusing game in the way that it was told, and your example only adds to that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just another piece of the shitstorm puzzle that is Kingdom Hearts 3's terrible pacing. And you know what the worst part of its pacing was the entire fucking final area.
Yeah.
And it's not that the whole story is bad. It's not that the game is bad. It's just, it's so poorly paced, and that can really fuck with a lot of people. Rightfully. I understand. Bad pacing can make or break a show. So why wouldn't it make or break the game?
Oh,
man, I
Donald.
wonder if that entire tangent's gonna be on a highlight.
We didn't really get anywhere with it, so probably not bother. I don't know, it's not really, like, important for Kingdom Hearts 1.
It's also not lore. It's just us bitching about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. We'll bring it back up when we get to 3, so...
Yeah, sure.
And then you'll be like, oh, shit, you're right.
Well, like, I'm not going to be surprised at this game's poor pacing, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I get it. I just, for me, in my own definition of plot hole, I don't necessarily think it's what I would call it. I would just call it a really, really piss-poor job at pacing. And also, like, something about the term plot hole in relation to this game, like, triggers me, because the first thing that happens when people complain about this game is, like, 2 words: convoluted and plot holes. And I think that there are far fewer plot holes than people think there are. Not to say there are none,
you know I'm with you on that.
There are far fewer.
Yeah. You know I'm with you on that. It's just that this one really kind of bugs me. It bugged me the first time, and it bugged me even more now, going through 3 so quickly as I am at the moment. I was like, wow, that's really not well thought out how that transition happened.
Yeah.
It's like,
I get you.
Where were you keeping Ansem? It doesn't make any sense.
We can picture it like that weird part of Death Note where they're handcuffed to each other.
Yeah.
Man, I just ran around in circles in the town square for like 5 whole minutes while we were talking about that.
There's so many enemies in this world. Oh man, you know what? I gotta fight Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and they are such a pain on Proud. I'm probably gonna die like 50 times. Alright,
well good, it'll get me to catch up. I said the word enemies, and I remembered why that fucking word triggers me, so... I'm gonna say something to further alienate our viewers. You ever watch Neon Genesis Evangelion?
No, I only watch good things.
Okay, well it's bad. It's really bad. It's terrible. It's an awful show, and I do judge you if you think it's good. So, here's the thing. There's this stupid scene where he's having like an existential crisis, and this Shinji's just like, enemies, 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 everything, enemies, enemies, and he says it so many fucking times that it's the dumbest, it's like a bad acid trip, and I had to drink so much alcohol to get through that show, dude. And You said the word enemies, and I just hear the the weird ambient music that they play that sounds vaguely like porn music with Shinji's stupid voice, like enemies, enemies, enemies over it, and it sounds sorta like lo-fi music, and it's the worst. It is so bad.
It's funny. I'd be interested in having you watch Gundam Wing and see how you compare it. I mean, obviously Gundam Wing doesn't have like the angel thing, but there's this plot point in it of there's like this I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. Like, one of the things that like they've built is this machine. Oh man, I really just did something super fucking. Whew, okay, guess I'll go back through that entire map again.
Oh, F.
God, that pisses me off. Okay, that's fine. I'll just consider it training. God, that just put me back like 15 minutes.
Sorry, homie.
So anyway, so there's this system that they call the Zero system. It's like an AI that's in some of the Gundams, not all of them. And what it does is it like directly connects the user's mind into the processing system for like targeting. That gives them like a huge edge in battle. But the problem is no one can handle it. It makes them psychotic. So there's very similar scenes to like what you were describing, but instead of like just saying enemies, it's usually like they'll sit there in like a very quiet everything will be black around them, and you'll just see them sitting in the cockpit chair, and they'll be like, "Who is my enemy?" And then they'll be like, "It's the people who oppose me," or something like they'll say something be like, "No, it's not them." But it's I don't know. It sounds like it's a much better scene than what you're describing.
I was gonna say, that actually sounds like what Evangelion wish it was. No, here's the thing, I want to make something clear. Evangelion is not about mechas. It's about Jesus.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Oh my god. It's like, it's this weird show about science meeting with religion and Christianity mixed with mommy and daddy issues. It's so bad. Dude, I can't. We gotta watch that one day. We should just stream us watching Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I don't know. I tried to start it and it seemed so bad.
Well, it's like a drinking game kind of show, you know? Take a shot every time Shinji has a crisis. Oh wait, you'll fucking die.
Like so spoilers for Gundam Wing. One of the like kind of things that happens is the main characters, they start off as soldiers sent by the space colonies to attack Earth. Because Earth was being a serious dick. Like, you're supposed to root for the colonies. And later on, one of the kind of big key points in Gundam Wing is the constant changing of allegiances by both main characters and by society as a whole. So, like, later the colonies end up kind of siding politically with the Earth Sphere Alliance. And so all the main characters kind of have this crisis of conscience of, like, what do we do? Because the people who sent us no longer want us to do our job, but we also know that they're being fed fake information. And so one of the characters using the Zero system decides that the colonies are his enemy then, and he starts blowing up the colonies. And the other guy's like, don't fucking kill innocents. And he's like, yeah, but they're causing all of our problems because they voted for these people. I don't know, it's interesting.
Sounds like never mind. I'm not gonna get political. But yeah, sounds like an interesting premise. It sounds like it would be an infinitely better show than fucking Evangelion. Oh my god, I'm gonna just lose. We're gonna lose all of our viewers because of how much I hate
all
that show.
of our viewers.
Oh my. Well, when we eventually get them, they're gonna
go back to watch Arcade 1
minds.
stream and be like, wow, they really had no filter back then.
Yeah.
No,
I just did the same thing where I threw the barrel at Goofy's head, but I threw a pumpkin at Jack's head. I'm gonna heal him because I feel like a dick.
Oh my god. I hate the way these white knights gang up on you.
Wow, story of my life.
Heal.
How do I get back here? What? Where the heck am I supposed to go?
Did you get the? Did you get the Forget Me Not?
I got the Forget Me Not and then I did the Jack in the Box or something.
Did you return the Jack in the Box?
Not yet. Is there something else I'm supposed to get? I thought there's something else I was supposed to get.
No. Once you get the Jack in the Box, you just head back to Dr. Finkelstein.
Alright, thank you.
But it's funny that you mentioned the quick little quip about how you didn't want to get political. Gundam Wing was definitely... I always liked it, but I liked it more after 2016.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understood it better.
Yeah. I understand why. Ugh. Oh, come on. I'm not gonna frickin' die to some random Heartless on standard mode. No.
God, why is it like just... There's so many monsters.
Oh, yeah. You know what wouldn't live up in a remake of this game? The spawn rate. The spawn rate is just so freaking high in this game that it's kind of obnoxious.
You know, it's very funny because I remember as a kid, like, this is how I played all RPGs. I just avoided all combat. So I was like, I'm in it for the story. And so I made everything impossible for myself, which kind of led me to, like, enjoy critical mode and stuff because it makes me feel like how I remember the game being. And actually, these games are not supposed to be hard. Like,
yeah.
And just RPGs in general, like, when I go back and play Granja 1 and 2 now, I'm like, oh wow, this game's really easy, but because I skipped all of the fights as a kid, it was impossible.
I wouldn't venture to say that this game is not supposed to be hard on, at least, like, in standard and beginner mode, sure, but that's what, it's not supposed to be hard because it's literally, like, in the, you know, in the title itself. Yeah. But, and Proud is, like, a little bit of a challenge, but Critical, like, they really did very well at designing a hard game.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job.
I hate
on, like,
trying to explain that to people who have never played Kingdom Hearts, and they're like, why are you playing that kiddie game? I'm like, yeah, I find this harder than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like,
because it is really difficult. They do a really good job.
So unforgiving, especially, like, Birth by Sleep Critical is so unforgiving. Like, Captain Hook in Birth by Sleep Critical will one-hit you.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
you get one little poke
doesn't
from
matter
his sword
how
and
high
you're
of a
dead.
fucking level you are. You will be one hit.
That's crazy.
It makes it kind of fun because it's like you really gotta, at least for Hook, I mean, like I said before, the super bosses and some of the late game stuff, as well as like the first Hollow Bastion visit in Birth by Sleep on Critical, is just unfair.
Right.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, no, like, the Hook fight is kind of fun because it's, like, it's all about knowing how to gourd and parry and stuff. And it makes it very, like... I always really like the sword fight, characters. Like, the bosses, like Hook and, there's someone... Oh, Barbossa. Which is why I'm so upset at how they did Davy Jones's fight. Because, like, he was supposed to represent that fight, because it's always a pirate.
Yeah, they really friggin' they shit the bed on that one. Because that, honestly, Kingdom Hearts 3 in general with boss fights kind of shit the bed. There's no real, like, memorable boss fight for me that isn't in, Remind. Or whatever the
I mean, I really enjoy, the fight against, like, when it's multiple organization members at once. I loved all of those.
Those are fun.
Especially the 3 Xehanorts.
The 3 Xehanorts is super fun, but I just meant, like, standard bosses, like, you know, end of the world bosses. And there are ones in 2, I could go on for hours about the ones in 2.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite boss freaking ever was the one at the end of Jesus Christ, what am I talking about? Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the chandelier. Oh no! Oh my god! Okay, phew.
the one that actually looks like, you know how in the first stream I said that I thought the dark side was Twilight Thorn's Heartless, and you know I just thought that because 2 tutorial ones, but the Heartless that you fight there that is like the Possessor, and then it's something a lot different.
Darkthorn.
That one, Darkthorn. Yeah, no, that could definitely be Twilight Thorn's Heartless. That would make sense too.
The name fits.
The name fits exactly.
I am so dreading this boss fight. Okay. Stock. Oh, defense up. Definitely need that.
Do I have any of those? Yeah, I'm in my items right now being like, okay, do I have any boosts? Like...
I just... God, do I hate the fight I'm about to do. For some reason on Proud, they just really beefed these three up.
God, I'm playing the standard one because I don't feel like dealing with all that right now. I just can't play games very well when I'm talking to other people, period. So, like, that really applies to this game. Which is crazy because I play a lot of Apex Legends and Overwatch.
It depends on the complexity of the conversation for me.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on, like, also if you're playing, like, a collaborative game. So if you're playing, like I said, Apex Legends, Overwatch,
okay.
Dead by Daylight, that kind of thing, you can talk to the people around you about what you're doing, and it's like more of a effort where you're working together actively. I can do that. But if people start trailing off about other things, and it's like, you know, we're trying to play a game well, I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't, I mean, if I'm fighting like a horde boss in like critical mode or something like that, I might be like, hang on. But generally a lot of times I do better while talking.
Oh yeah? He's fantastic at online games, but socializing's hard.
I hate people.
Yeah. You're valid. You get the worst type of people on those games too. I mean, like, I played them a lot.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, I used to, in middle school... Oh, there's a treasure chest here. What? Crazy. I never got those Dalmatians that way.
Oh, yeah, because they just fall down at the end of the boss fight here.
Yeah. You know what's great is that means I don't have to deal with the stupid Chimera Heartless now.
Yeah, you don't.
Because I hate that thing. Especially because I'm always trying to like get the Dalmatians. It's like you are so underleveled for the Chimera.
And you're just trying to get your puppies.
Yeah. It's like I need Arioga in order to beat the Chimera, but I can't. Because I need the stupid Dalmatian.
Ugh.
I also like how the Chimera is definitely just the experiment from 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember looking at footage of that, because I'd always gotten that treasure chest, so I never, like, looked at it myself. But yeah, it's literally just the experiment from 2, but like a little shifty.
I really like, I mean, we'll get there, but I really like the way they do the story for Halloween Town and Chain of Memories. Instead of the Horde, they create a potion that lets you remember your forgotten memories.
Oh.
And Oogie Boogie steals it again, and when he takes it, he remembers Kingdom Hearts 1 and being murdered by Sora.
Oh, wow.
And it, like, makes him go insane.
I never saw that because I never, like, did a full playthrough of that one, and it's not, those are never in those, like, YouTube compilations, all the cutscenes, because all the text ones never really considered relevant.
Some of the text ones are actually kind of, like, it's actually funny because Loxine references the Oogie Boogie doing it in one of her lines, because she talks about forgotten memories. And Sora's like, oh, it's like Sora knows what she's talking about, and it's because of Oogie Boogie. There's a few things like that where they kind of reference in the hallway scenes. It's not enough that, like, it matters, really. But all the individual world, like Disney World stories in Chain of Memories have been changed to be about memories. Like,
yeah, I remember I got to the Hollow Bastion. Or not Hollow Bastion, Jesus Christ, I'm so stupid. Traverse Town, I keep doing that. When they were all talking about their memories there and like...
So the beginning of the game.
Context, but yeah, I got there. I mean, I got a little bit past that, but I mean, like, that's the one that I remember. That's
so you've never, like, really gone through?
No, I've never gone through it. I got so fed up with it before.
Oh, man.
Like, I just don't like I hate the battle system. I can't stand it. I hate the freaking card thing. I never in my life ever want to play a game where I have to do math while I'm playing it. Fuck that.
Okay.
Listen, I'm a dumb bitch. I hate math. Like, even if it's just simple, like, oh, you need to remember to, like, very quickly add, like, I don't know, 7 plus 6. And I'll be like,
oh, that sucks.
'cause I'll be in the heat of battle, and my dumb ass will just, like, forget everything, ever.
I love if you end up on the wrong, like, panel when, you're fighting Oogie Boogie, and he's, like, on the other side of the gate. He just, like, dies laughing.
Yeah. Oh, you're already at Oogie Boogie. I'm just now following Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Up to you.
So when we do Chain of Memories, are we gonna do it of you just watching, or are you gonna try and finally...
You know, it seems like it's a good opportunity for me to finally do it.
It's not...
However, I'm not sure I'm gonna want to take it.
It's not fun.
Then I just won't play it, yeah.
I'm probably gonna do... Okay, come on, Oogie. Fine. We'll do it here. I can, you know... Oh, God, this is why I fucking hate this. Near the end of the game, you get some pretty cool spells that only appear in Chain of Memories. But, for the most part, Chain of Memories is a real, hassle.
But man, that story though, we're not talking through those cutscenes at all.
No, it's real good. No, my main complaint about Chain of Memories is... Oh my god! Why does this keep happening to me?
It'll be kind of weird when you're streaming it though. Maybe if you could stream that particular one on YouTube, that would be cool. Just because the lag
the delay
will be really weird if I'm not playing it. Yeah.
I need to check. I need to check if I have the setting on Twitch to decrease lag.
Well, you said that might make the stream unstable, and we don't want that either.
Yeah, but I mean, it's actually been pretty stable these past few nights, so...
That's
which
true.
I was not expecting. Now, of course, that's also Shoal's not here using bandwidth, but
yeah,
it might be worth trying.
we give it a shot. Like I said, there's also just streaming to YouTube, but if you're
Yeah.
opposed to that for whatever reason, we can.
Not too much,
try.
and we don't have an audience yet.
Yeah.
If we did,
Or
I'd be like, I
certainly
don't
not
want to
when I
change
get one on Twitch.
platforms.
We'll see.
But,
Especially because we're gonna start uploading things to our YouTube channel more, in terms of like highlights and whatnot. And I think that if we get like even a semblance of attention, it would make more sense for us to stream on YouTube because then people will know the channel.
Yeah.
Or they will know your personal Twitch channel.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We got nothing so far. We got like 10 views on our last one. That's pretty good, right?
Can't believe how long Oogie's taking me right now.
It's any consolation of still clearing out this goddamn room. Okay.
I spent so much time clearing out rooms earlier.
Yeah.
No, the thing I was going to say that Chain of Memories bugs me with a lot is you kind of are at the mercy of a random number generator. And that gets really irritating when some rooms... what? Oh. When some rooms have like a specific requirement to open them. And then you just have... Is he about to heal? Oh my god. You know what I was about to say. I can't believe he's healing. Oh my god. Oh, that barely did anything.
I need to put on any other magic besides Thunder on my hotkeys. That shot nothing.
Come on, dude. No, 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 no. Phew. I guess I was under-leveled because that gave me 2 levels. Cage 1 is also, I think, the only one where you get experience for beating bosses.
Oh yeah, because well, the other ones you just get like your congrats, you get this from beating the boss thing. Oh my god, the spawn rates. It's like you want to take 2 seconds to use like a cottage or something, and they're all like, that's hilarious.
I didn't feel like this fight had to exist.
The Oogie Boogie one?
The mansion fight.
Oh shit, I just realized, I forgot about that. Oh my god, that fight's so stupid.
It's kind of a pain on Proud. I don't like it. I don't like what's about to happen.
I forgot that you just fight the giant house. I thought you were about to be done with the world.
No. I have to get
Not that
spammed
lucky.
with fireballs. One strategy that you see a lot on the level 1 runs is they will, what was I gonna say? They'll only get the orbs low on health. They won't destroy them until, like, once they've done that to all of them. Because after you destroy, I think it's 2 or 3 orbs, that's when, hot lists start to spawn.
Oh. Smart.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm not doing that.
That's way too much effort.
God, I hate the, like, black orbs that poison you that never fucking appeared until I was, like, an adult.
Yeah.
I never saw these as a kid, and then, like, the last couple playthroughs, he spams them on me.
I think maybe that's like a 1.5 thing?
No. I think I just was a more interesting child than I am now.
Oh,
I don't know what that
gotcha.
has to do with it, but... Oh, where's the last orb? This probably is not the last one.
Interesting in your youth, I'll tell you that much.
No!
Oh no, I just fell all the way down the goddamn house.
Yeah.
Gosh, diddly darn it.
I hope this is the last orb.
Come on.
Yep.
Heal.
I learned Godhood.
Oh my god. Man, I'm getting real hungry. I just want to order like an entire pizza from Domino's right now.
I had Domino's.
Man,
It's mostly all I eat.
God, I wish I missed those days.
I'm like, Charlotte, come home so I can cook again, because I see no point in cooking when I'm alone. So I just order out for everything.
Mood.
Because in my mind, I'm like, and it's inappropriate to think this, it's wrong. But in my mind, I'm like, well, it's going to be cheaper because I'm only ordering for one.
Yeah. But
And
like,
then
I feel that.
And then you have to order enough to meet delivery minimum. So, delivery minimum cost has probably caused so much obesity in the US.
Yeah. I know for me, I always ordered way more from Domino's than I ever needed to.
Yeah. I'm always like, well, I have to get wings with it.
Yeah. Like, oh man, but if I get 2 pizzas, then, you know, then I'll meet the delivery minimum. And so, I guess I'm just eating 2 pizzas over the course of a couple days, you know? How the fuck am I supposed to fix this blunder that I did? I
thought you said
I literally...
blender. I was like, it's not really that kind of stream, but I guess I can help you.
No, I gotta jump off the edge here and like land down in the bottom and come back down the sewer and shit because my dumbass fell and I can't get back up.
Oh, did you fall off the mansion?
Yeah.
There's a bathtub walking around. You can use a reaction command on it, and it will it'll bring you back up. I guess I'll go ahead to Neverland.
God. Can't do anything.
I like when you don't buy the spray paint, but you keep editing your gummy ship.
Whoops, fuck. What?
I was saying,
also,
like,
it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just everything looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, you definitely look like you were bought at Party City, you know?
Discount gummy ship.
Are you kidding me? No. Okay. Alright. Woo! I almost just lost my mind.
That's ableist.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I'm like trying so little to make a good looking gummy ship. It's just gonna be an ugly piece of crap.
That's okay. Live your truth, you know?
Oops. What'd I just do? God damn it.
That is really ugly.
This is what I'm talking about. They give you a bunch of these Thunderas and they're not useful.
I hate these frickin' air guys around here. Like, the last frickin' thing I need right now.
Oh yeah, the gargoyles.
Yeah.
One sec, I got an important work message I gotta send. I hate to do this to people.
It's okay. I'll keep them entertained. Hey guys. Welcome to our channel. Hi, how are ya? I can't believe I just did a Jeffree Star impression. Oh man. Oh, God, kill me.
Okay, sorry about that.
Well, alright, you didn't miss much.
Well, yeah, because it's my stream.
You missed me talking into the void.
Well, I mean, I heard you. I didn't mute it or anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck off the house again! God! Frickin'
So many bombs! I'm just gonna shoot lasers at them.
Bad words.
This is a children's game.
Oh no.
Whoa. That was mean.
I light this thing on fire again.
I don't know if now that I'm older, I don't know if I like the gummy ships at all in any of them.
Really? I still like 2. I still have fun with it.
2 has potential, but every time I play them now, I'm just like, I want this to not be a thing at the moment.
Well, yeah, I'm never, like, excited to play the gummy ship. You know?
Okay, so I'm at Neverland, a lot of crazy shit happens, so now story's gonna, from here forward.
Alright, let me know whenever there's a cutscene happening.
There's a cutscene
happening. I should shut up.
I didn't think you'd come, Sora. Good to see you again.
Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
Are they that important to you? More important than old friends? Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
Kyrie!
That's right. While you were off goofing around, I finally found her.
Not so fast. No shenanigans aboard my vessel, boy.
Riku, why are you siding with the Heartless?
The Heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear.
You're stupid! Sooner or later they'll swallow your heart.
Not a chance. My heart's too strong.
Riku.
I've picked up a few other tricks as well. Like this, for instance. You can go see your friends now.
Ah!
Let's get underway already. And keep Sora away from Kyrie until we're ready to land.
That scurvy brat thinks he can order me around.
What shall we do, Captain Hook?
Nothing! The hold is crawling with Heartless. Let them keep an eye on the brats.
But, Captain, you know who is also down...
Shh! Did you hear that, Smee? Oh, that dreadful sound.
No, Captain.
Are you quite sure? Did I imagine it?
I love how expressive Captain Hook is.
Yeah.
That voice actor did not need to go 110%, but he did that for us.
He did that for us.
It was definitely Kyrie. I finally found her.
Truly a legend.
All right. Yep. Then let's go up and talk to her.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay, but first, how about get down?
I like how Riku can just casually control people's shadows.
How you doing there?
He's been
Looking for a
he was
way
given the gift TM by
Who are you?
Maleficent. I think that kind of
I'm
implies
the
that
answer to
Maleficent
your
can do that.
prayers.
Or
Yeah.
Handsome. It's what I mean.
Okay then. Fine.
Maleficent's very
Go away.
insistent, like that he
But you're
is
stuck
like
in here too,
that she's
aren't
like
you?
giving him power, but really
Nope, I'm just
it's
waiting for
Handsome,
someone.
Who?
Seeker of Darkness. So I think she's just under the impression that she's giving
Peter
him
Bell,
power,
what
but in
took you
reality
so
she's really
long?
not doing much at all.
Great job.
Yeah.
So you found
You know,
her?
that's a thing that was kind of interesting to me in 3
There was another girl there,
today
too?
when I was playing it at San
Are you
Francisco.
crazy? There's no way I'm gonna leave Wendy there.
there's the scene where Maleficent and Pete are walking through the streets, and Dark Riku shows up and he says, "Why are you snooping around?" And she's like, "I'll do whatever the fuck I want."
Yeah.
And you should do the same. And Riku's like, "Okay," and he leaves. And then Pete says, "Is that a friend of yours?" Oh no, so hang on, let me back up a little bit.
Okay, we're in this
Because there's another line there that makes it interesting. He says, "You should be careful, or the darkness will possess you again," or something like that. He says the darkness will take you or possess you. I can't remember exactly what he says. But Maleficent laughs and says, "What an interesting way to put it." And then she says, "I'll do whatever I want, and you should do the same." And he's like, "Okay," and Riku leaves. And then Pete says, "Is that a friend of yours?" And Maleficent says, "Yes, but I can't tell you from when." But what's interesting is, like, after the stuff in Union Cross that's come out, with her talking to Darkness, it kind of makes that a different kind of scene to me. Because, like, he says the thing about how darkness will take you, and then she laughs and says, "What an interesting way to put it."
Yeah.
And, like, before, I always assumed...
I never really thought about that, yeah. I thought that just meant she was, like, making fun of him because he was the one that was...
Yeah.
Taken over by Ansem, so she's like, haha, funny, no you. Like...
That's how I took it the first time, too, as well as taking it when she says from when. She knows that it's the one from the past. But there's a couple of things with that. A couple of things. So, one, when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, the story of Maleficent meeting Darkness was not in the US, but it was in Japan. So they already knew about her relationship with Darkness. And then the other thing is, that's not Dark Riku. That's Riku Replica. So for her to be like, "I can't tell you from when," it's like, well, you've never actually met him until just now.
Right, but she also, like, could have easily mistaken the two because
Yeah.
the entire game, no one knew who it was.
Yeah, except for the real Riku Replica.
Yeah, who was like, this one is me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's not a big thing, but I just found that an interesting scene because it has slightly different context now.
Yeah, there's some slightly different undertones there than before.
Ugh. The music for Neverland Fighting triggers me because I always get stuck in Neverland for some reason in Chain of Memories. I'm always like hunting for a specific chord or something. And it just... Oh, I remember why. Because the stupid AI for the enemies in Neverland and Chain of Memories are a nightmare. Because for some reason dark balls show up, and when a dark ball attacks you in Chain of Memories, it doesn't stop until you break its chord or it hits you. So if you're like... If you need to recharge your chords, you just run forever. And it just does that... as it chases you.
I hated that.
Alright. Stop trying to kill me.
I have to get good at video games one of these days and stop falling off of this fucking house. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I'm just trying to get the puppy so I don't have to do the Chimera thing. Which
I
don't necessarily think that you do, because I do come down there sometimes and do the Red Trinity.
He doesn't always... Hang on, let me finish. He doesn't always spawn. It's a % chance.
Yeah. But I don't even want that chance, man.
Nah. And I am always so unlucky that, like, every time he shows up. And it's like you have to repeat the entire path if you decide that you're not going to do that. And it's like, well, I might as well, because it's still a chance that he'll just show up again.
Exactly.
Anyone can try. You want to try? bit of pixie dust. There.
I cast so much fire on these frickin' gargoyles. Just thank you. Alright. Wait, that was a Mega Ether. Where the frick are the puppies?
She's not one of the chosen ones.
There are 7.
So at this point, Riku does know about the 7.
Says she's not one of them. Hoist anchor
Yeah,
as soon as possible.
Maleficent told him.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
about it
she
in the
did.
earlier scene.
Yeah.
Including her.
After the trouble of capturing her? And why those
It's okay, I like just watched that scene earlier today.
You know, it's actually
Knows
interesting too.
getting Kyrie's heart.
An
Wait, should you be talking
overarching.
through this scene?
It's fine.
You're wasting your time. The heart devoured that girl's heart. I'll stake the other head.
There's this interesting overtone throughout all the games between the organization and the council of the leader not telling the underlings what's going on. Like the organization touched on that a lot, but then also right here where Hook was like, why those 7? Just what is Maleficent planning anyway?
Yeah.
It's like even they don't know what's going on.
They're never all in the loop, and that's why they always fail.
Peter Pan?
Clearly, these organizations are all entirely made of people who don't trust each other.
Please, hurry! The pirates are coming!
What? I'll be right up there. Just hold on.
Wendy? Yes? Is there another girl in there with you? Oh, why,
I just made it to the torture chamber.
But she seems to be asleep.
I can't wait for when Kingdom Hearts gets licenses to other games. And then, like, you go to, like, your first world, and it's just all black. The screen slowly fades in. Hey, you're finally awake. And it's just Skyrim. And you just play all of Skyrim.
Wendy! Hey, let's get up there.
I was thinking, like, it goes black, and then... Burr, 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 burr. Fucking Joker shows up, and then...
Well, Persona,
We're gonna have
I
to
still
steal
think...
Heart.
I still think Persona 5 would go really well with the Kingdom Hearts universe.
I think it would too, but I don't want Square Enix to have any ownership over Atlas at all. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're better separated. They each do their own thing well, and I don't want a hybrid.
I just saw a cutscene I didn't know existed.
Which one?
If you run up to Wendy's door after...
Oh.
Did you see that on my...
I just saw that, yeah. That's like
That-
half a scene, but yeah.
It's only like 2 seconds, but I've never seen that in my life. That's the thing about Kingdom Hearts 1, is like every time I play this, I'm always like, what? That's new.
There is like a lot in this game. Even if it's just simple, tiny little things, there's a lot in this game.
Like, have you ever in the hotel in Traverse Town read all the paintings?
No, I haven't.
If you do, then the curtain by like the entry desk is pulled back, and there's a guy there, and he says, "Thank you for looking through all of our paintings."
Oh, that's so cute. I should do that. I'll go look at the paintings next time we're in Travis Town, which I have to do because my dumbass keeps forgetting to give my summon gems to Fairy Godmother, and I'm like so behind on my summons. Because I keep forgetting to do it. I got the goddamn Keyblade, and I was standing right next to Fairy Godmother, and I forgot.
Well, I
So,
mean,
you know,
do you use summons that often?
not that often, but like I probably should.
I feel like if I'm doing like a warrior build, then the only one I ever use is Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I use Tinkerbell all the time. And I am doing a warrior build, but it's still, like, I don't know, I feel like I should have them at least, you know? The
Yeah.
option's cool.
I really like this fight against Shadow Sora.
It's a good one.
You say a gay one?
I said good one, Jesus
Okay, I was about to
Christ.
say, it's not 2000, you can't do that.
No.
I was like, jeez, we're live here.
No, God. And I never.
I really
do
like
that.
this fight. It's a gay one. Good God.
I never use gay synonymous with stupid. I only ever use it as like a compliment.
I only use it to refer to things that are homosexually attracted to things of the same sex.
I sometimes use it to describe things like
Well, sometimes
like,
things are.
I am queer, by the way. I am queer, so I can be like, you know, Kingdom Hearts, that's for the gays. And it do be.
Well, just so long as you identify as queer first.
Yeah, well, I do. I've long time been doing that. Oh, you know what's weird is like when you're bisexual and your parents never fucking believe you. So I could say it like a million times and I could just casually be like, yes, I like girls sometimes, and my parents still don't believe me.
Yeah. Selective, like, dissonance.
Yeah. I like told my mom, like, I think it was a while ago, I mentioned like potentially dating like a girl just because I was like, she was like, you'll meet a nice boy one day, and I was like, or a nice girl, and she was like, did your ex do that to you? I feel like he did that to you. And I was like, no, what? Mom, I've liked girls since I was like...
People can't do it to you.
Yeah.
I love his Shadow Sora's counter. Like if you do a combo, then he has like this. He like turns into a bunch of like bubbly liquid, and then appears behind you. It has like a really cool like sound effect, and he does a slash. I also love that he doesn't. When he's walking around, he doesn't do like Sora's normal walking animation. He walks like you're slowly tilting the analog stick. Which I think is hilarious.
He does the saunter.
Yeah. Oof.
Where the fuck is Oogie? There you are. Get over here.
Well, is this considered Shadow Sora or Anti-Sora?
I think this is Anti-Sora. Is Shadow Sora different? Wait, hold on. Pause.
Well, Shadow Sora, I think that's what this is, just because it's supposed to be like Neverland, like they're referencing the movie.
Right. That's true. I mean... Oh yeah, right. Anti-Sora is that form, and that's like... And then there's Rage form, and honestly, I kind of just all thought that they were the same thing, even though Nomura insists they're not. They totally are. Know what I mean? It's dark. But Rage form is like... Nomura was like, that one's form of anger, whereas Anti-Sora is formed with darkness. Oh, shut up. Like... They're both, like, the same.
Well, that argument doesn't even make sense because, like... Oops, I didn't mean to go through that door. Xehanort pulls the light out of you and you become Rage form, so...
Yeah.
He's wrong about his own game.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I hate how long this fight is, and I now have to do it again.
Can you just freaking die, Oogie? Oh my god.
I know, he was bugging me.
I hate how the AI doesn't know to jump over these spears, too. Or the scythes. Like, they just look at them and they're like, guess I'm gonna take that. Like...
Yeah.
Die, bitch. Alright, he's dead. Now he's gonna turn into a house.
Alright, let's fight this boss again.
I obtained the answer for Report 7.
Yeah, I guess I should read that, huh?
No, we'll get there. There's no rush. I was kind of thinking that maybe, like, I mean, we're definitely going to do all the answer reports as we get them, but I'm thinking maybe at endgame we can go through and read all of them again.
Yeah. What? I'm annoyed.
He died again. I know. I saw. I'm sorry. Proud mode's a bitch. Did you want to maybe do some grinding in Atlantica first?
No, I don't.
Do you
Doesn't mean I won't have to.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate that it doesn't keep the changes you made. You know what'd be really useful for this fight? Tinkerbell. Alright, I'm really not doing well. I need to pay attention. I keep doing that because I thought I had it still on square. I'm wasting a bunch of MP. Oh my god. Also, this arena is so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Your partner's getting in your way constantly. There's no camera that works. You can't jump because you'll get stuck.
Yep. Yep. Yep, I've always thought that about a little room. This game isn't meant to be played in small spaces. Like, little rooms are not it. They ain't it, Chief.
Okay. Stop! Kingdom Key does not have the range that he supposedly does.
Yeah, right?
Well, I'm about to die. I don't know why Sora is deciding to miss every strike.
Kingdom Key's like a little teapot, you know? Short and stout. God! Frickin' damn it. Ah! No! I like how the keyhole was up Oogie's butt the whole time. Just thinking about that while I'm beating him. God damn it! God, this game is not a platformer, and this house just shouldn't exist.
Man, I had a good combo going and Goofy pushed him out of the way.
Oh, dear God.
was really dumb of me.
When does Square Enix learn how to make, like, partner AIs that are good?
I don't know. Oh man, he doesn't stagger.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You die?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks to die in that fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Doesn't help that I'm like hungry, so I'm sitting here like, so I'm gonna get hangry at this game.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I get for only having eggs for dinner.
I have some eggs I need to cook soon, if they're not already bad.
Brave.
I'll make some deviled eggs. Oh, I knew it was gonna happen, but I did it anyway, because I am a moron.
Yep, been there, buddy. Story of my life, honestly.
Alright, we'll do Atlantica.
As we begrudgingly decide to go be a mermaid.
I guess I didn't need to teleport to Monstro to do that.
Well, you could get swallowed by a space whale first. It is annoying how you can't, like, do the select world thing when you choose Monstro. Like, when you warp to Monstro, you commit, you know?
You know what's funny is in the original...
That was so loud. I just screamed.
It's fine. In the original... Before Final Mix, I'm pretty sure Final Mix is what fixed this. There was a % chance when you warped to Monstro whether or not he would even show.
Yeah.
And they'd have like this little scene where like Dawn would be like, "Looks like Monstro's not here," and Goofy's like, "Let's get out of here while we can."
Yeah.
And it was always annoying when you wanted to go there.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what
so
I'm gonna do?
Keep warping there. I remember that.
I'm gonna go Traverse Town, and I am gonna do one of the hidden pages that I have.
All right.
One pages, not hidden pages.
That sounds like a good
I might.
calming use of your time.
Yeah, except it's probably gonna be the swing.
Oh god. Well, you can launch Winnie the Pooh into oblivion. That always helps.
Oof, my knees.
Your knees?
Oh no,
Your
it's...
knees?
I hate everything.
What's wrong with your knees?
They're knees.
Yeah? Are your knees broken, bud?
You know, if we had like reverse angled knees, we could jump like frogs.
That'd be kind of nifty, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Make the long jump a more interesting Olympic sport.
I'm thinking of people running around like they're playing QWOP. I feel like that's what it would be like if our knees weren't shaped this way.
I don't like that co-op has entered, like, the social consciousness.
Any reason you're upset with that in particular?
It's just like, it's a...
That's a sentence.
It's a dumb, like, Flash game that shouldn't have ever gotten big.
Yeah. Well, it got big because it was so bad, so everyone was like, "You ever play co-op?" and then we all did. And it was the worst.
Reminds me of that, Vine, where he looks at the meme where it's like, you know, where, like, the guy, like, puts the blanket under him or whatever, under his legs.
I do that.
Yeah. I like that one a lot because I remember when that meme went around, like, I thought that, I was like, oh yeah, I do that.
Like, yeah. I do that. I love that guy. Man, I wonder if they're actually going to take down TikTok. Like, I wonder if that's actually going to successfully happen.
Well, TikTok has some interesting legal defense. Legal Eagle did a really good, like, 30-minute episode about the executive order and why it's in the right and why it's in the wrong and what TikTok can do as retaliation and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting... I'm not one of those people that's, like, turbo obsessed with TikTok. I maybe go on, like, every couple of days and scroll on to look at the messages people sent me. I'll scroll for maybe 5 minutes and I stop, but, like... It's definitely interesting from, like, a legal perspective. I've been wondering, like, how exactly is this going to happen?
Yeah. And it's interesting that, like, I can't remember which company it is now. What? I'm not done yet. But, like, they ended up not hitting Tencent the way that they hit the other one, Byte Media. And it's like, that's really arbitrary. Like, are y'all just saying that because you suddenly realize, like, why you were wrong? Like,
maybe.
And then also, like, the big point he made, which is kind of obvious, but I'll repeat it here, is, like, if this was really about data stealing, which is bad, and, like, you know, it scanning your phone for stuff to take and everything and selling your data, if that really was the problem, then why not ban the practice instead of banning the individual companies?
Yeah, no, it's literally, you know, I don't want to get too political or nothing, but it's for reasons that have nothing to do with the data mining itself, because if that were the case, then data mining itself would be legal, and also Facebook would be banned. So, and so would Google.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Pooh. Say, you're looking mighty uncomfy today. Let's get some
it's a
new
whole thing.
exercise. Why, bouncing around is a lot more fun.
Well, why do you bounce around so much, Tigger?
I like the annoyance in Sora's voice. Why do you bounce, Tigger?
Why? Because bouncing's what Tiggers do best.
Why are you fucking like this?
It's the sound of Haley Joel Osment annoyed with the lines that he has to say. When he was too cool to do that, back when he was like 14.
He like, saw all those dead people.
Winnie the Pooh characters.
I love, like, all the clips of Haley Joel Osment in, like, the movies he does now when his voice breaks and he sounds like Sora.
Goes to Sora. I love it so much. I saw it in the, what is it? The Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy movie. That one, Wickedly Evil, something. And he's, like, fighting with his girlfriend who was...
Yeah, I saw that.
Ted Bundy's former girlfriend. Oh my god, he just broke and was so Sora, and it was so funny. I was laughing in the middle of this scene that I should not have been laughing at. Also, that movie was pretty good.
I didn't see it. I just saw that clip on YouTube, but,
That's a good movie. Check it out.
He kept breaking in Tusk as well.
I didn't see that one.
I had to turn it off because I was, like, pretty drunk, and it was, like, freaking me out. Like, for some reason, just my mind, like, I never respond to horror films. Especially not, like, body horror like that. But for some reason, this time, I was just, like, really disturbed. Like, I think I could probably turn it back on and laugh at it, but...
Wasn't doing it for you.
Yeah, I think it was because the friend I was watching it with, like, I was not in a comfortable space. Oh man. It was in like a, you know, that kind of situation where your friend's like, hey, we're gonna go to my friend's house that you've never met.
Yeah.
And then you go in and everyone's doing like a bunch of heroin and shit, and you're like, this doesn't seem like a place I need to be. Like, come on, let's watch horror movies. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I've been there.
For reference, no one was doing heroin. That was an exaggeration.
I mean, I haven't been in like heroin situations, but like, you ever just show up to like a party or something, and it's supposed to be like chill, and then everyone's like doing shit, and you're just like, this is not what I signed up for here. And it's always the friend of a friend's house, and it's like, you always end up at the one house where the weird kid lives.
It's like, y'all do you, but like, thanks for stranding me here, and I don't know any of y'all.
Yeah. And now I'm stuck with the weird kid.
Yeah, Bobby horror.
Oh, wow. Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
I hope I get something good from this area. I never remember what each torn page gives you.
Where am I? It's ever so dark in here.
For reference to the viewers who are watching this on YouTube, we got a punny comment that said, in response to body horror, did you mean Bobby horror? Aha, aha, aha. And yeah, now we're here. Thank you for the comment.
My last save was in Monstro, so...
What?
Because I accidentally teleported there.
Oh, yeah.
But it took me a second to remember that that's why. I was like, oh, jeez.
Oh, wait. So I wanted to talk about something in regards to Monstro. This is not lore. This is just stupid. Can we talk about how, like, when you play Monstro and, like, you know, its body makes no freaking sense, but you get to the bowels and then it shits out and ends up in its mouth? Like, you can jump into, like... You can jump basically what looks like it would be Monstro's asshole, and you show up in his mouth. I think that's kind of funny.
I don't generally think about whale assholes, but yeah, I guess you're right.
You go into the cavern that's labeled as the bowels, and then this weird thing just, like, opens up in its intestine-looking flooring, and then it's like, where am I gonna end up?
For
and then
reference,
you end up in his mouth.
there is a sphincter that connects. There's more than one sphincter in the body.
Okay. Does it
Now, if you really want
to your throat?
If you really want to, you know, think about weird things with anatomy, topologically, there are 19 sphincters. Wow. How about in a well, though?
19 sphincters? That's crazy. Whoa. Okay, but I'm just talking about one that leads like a portal, a mystic portal to your mouth.
So if you...
Because that's what happened.
If you define a hole as being 50 microns or bigger, and you think about like topological physics, then the body has 7 holes.
That's wild. I always saw humans like one big donut. Like a long, stretchy donut.
That's one of them, yeah. But it's like you got your tear ducts, your nostrils, but those all lead into the same path. There's a whole video that Vsauce did about it.
Posey got to get his butt stuck in Rabbit's house.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
Oh my god. Never mind, that was in Kingdom Hearts 2. He actually got through the hole. I love how Rabbit has a front door, but he just comes in through his little burrow hole. I think that's cute.
60 sphincters
60 says steampunk,
yes.
Steampunk Jigglypuff. 60 types of in the human body, not whales.
I wonder if you can just Google that. How many sphincters are in a... Oh, you know what? No Heartless showed up, which means that stupid special bouncy wild is here, so I'm not going through that room. I hate that thing. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll take the secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
You know, one hypothesis for why whales don't get cancer is because they get too much cancer.
Oh, yeah?
And they're called hypercancers, or hypertumors. And the idea is they're so massive that by the time a tumor would grow large enough to be a problem, another tumor has grown on top of the original tumor and killed it.
Oh my god.
And so that's why large animals...
insane.
That's why large animals don't get tumors.
Because they have super cancer.
Yeah, because the idea is if you think about... you imagine it takes the same amount of time to grow, say, a 50-gram tumor, regardless of, you know, what type of animal you are. That's not quite true, but let's just use that as a first assumption. Well, a 50-gram tumor in a rat is like 10% of its body weight. But in a whale, it doesn't even show up on the scale. So the idea is, like, by the time the tumor is grown large enough to be a problem, to actually be a measurable percentage of body weight, it just doesn't matter because you've already killed it with another tumor.
That's wild.
And then that one gets killed by another tumor. You gotta eat a lot of quill.
Does get stuck in this game.
I only got a single weapon? That's stupid. I guess I need to get more Dalmatians.
Bark, bark. You know what's my favorite in the Dalmatian house? There's that one puppy that follows you around.
Yeah, I never stick around long enough for it to really like...
Oh, there's one that follows you. Go look around for a minute. It's really cute. Oh wait, you just started left. Okay, sorry. Well, there's one that follows you. It's very cute.
I might not even have him yet.
I think you get him pretty early on.
I think whale sphincters are too powerful for human Google. According to...
Steampunk Jigglypuff. I guess that no one ever bothered to assess the number of sphincters in a whale. Alright, Bobby.
No, hang on. I don't believe that for a second. Because Moby Dick exists. Somebody out there knows how... it's gotta be in Moby Dick. Because he has a 52-page chapter about whale penises. So there has to be knowledge out there of the number of sphincters that a whale has. Because his blowhole, I would imagine, would be one. It's called a blowhole. I remember the first time I talked to Geppetto, I was so confused because they don't really explain what it is you're looking at. And so it just says, obtained Sid. Obtained Yuffie. I was like, what?
He just named them after his friends. And his name's Cactar. Okay, the only articles I found are about a huge study done in 2018 about the caval sphincter that vibes with the whale's vena cava. I definitely pronounced that stuff wrong. I'm not a scientist, but
you did good enough.
huh. Well, thank you for doing our research for us, Steampunk Jigglypuff.
I don't know. I mean, well research is a pretty big thing. I would think that they'd probably be counted. But then again, there's so many like limitations on like
Dissecting a whale.
Yeah, like it's not exactly a clean or easy thing to do. But it's also such an ancient thing too. Like we've torn apart whales a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean, now that they're largely protected by Endangered Species Acts, at least in this country, I don't know that we'd have the opportunity unless we happen to just have a dead one chilling.
Yeah.
God, I'm sucking at this Tigger game, which is like the easiest of the mini games.
I hate that, like, you get all the Dalmatians giving you all the gummy stuff right around when you don't need it anymore. Like, the only world it could possibly be useful to you is, the path from Hollow Bastion to End of the World.
Aeroga?
No, the gummy stuff.
Oh, the gummy stuff. Oh, fuck.
'Cause
Yeah,
you-
I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, I never did it for the gummy stuff. I always did it for Aeroga, so
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I use that shit all the time. Like,
Nah, you get both Aeroga and you get all of the gummy blocks.
ram directly into Pooh's ass. There we go. Boom. Mini games in 100 Acre Wood and 2 were a lot more fun. And it's really not even there in 3.
Yeah.
Although people spent so much time complaining about 100 Acre Wood and then they were surprised when they took it out of 3.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, I think the problem a lot of people had with 3 is it's like, it wasn't the length, I think, that bothered people. It was that it was the same minigame 3 times.
Yeah. Well, I heard a lot of people complaining that it wasn't even a world, it didn't have anything, and I was a little mad about that at first. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to have to feel like I had to do those mini games again, and I always complained about it growing up, so why would I be like, you know what I really want to do again? That thing I didn't like doing.
I
Like,
kind
don't
of
know.
wished... I would have liked it if they had been like, after you beat 100 Acre Wood, it was like, oh, you can either do the minigame again to get, like, fruits and veggies, or you can buy ingredients from Rabbit.
That'd be cool.
Instead of having to constantly do that minigame to, like, get honey and stuff.
Come on, Sebastian.
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
I love how doofy Mermaid Sora looks.
Yeah.
His giant hands. It just makes his giant hands more obvious when he's not also wearing baggy clothes.
Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
And the lack of gloves.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
His hands are all pretty big compared to his the rest of his body.
Yeah.
I never really paid attention until you said it. I was like,
Never
wow.
really paid attention to that. Yeah, it's pretty bad, right?
Did you like smash your hand in something?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I see. In that case,
It's the big hands and feet thing, you know, the Disney look. We gotta make these characters look more and more like they're assimilated with
don't worry.
Donald Duck and company. Fuck.
Goofy.
Yeah. He has company as well. Mickey Mouse. Daisy,
Mickey the
Minnie,
Mouse.
all of them. Well, as we know, Mickey
I
Mouse
wish that
is
it was
a
like
douchebag, so he doesn't
Goofy. I wish it was like Goofy the dog, Mickey the mouse.
count. Donald the Duck.
Yeah,
But
Donald
like, we
the
don't know
dog.
that Goofy's... We don't know that Goofy's a dog. We don't know.
It's pretty clear that he's a dog.
Like, he's a dog, but then what's Pluto?
Also a dog.
But a different kind of dog.
Yeah. Don't think too hard on it.
Good job.
I like how, like,
Now let's move on
Walt
to
Disney was like, you know, I want to make an anthropomorphic dog, but I also want my mouse to own a dog.
You think Goofy, like, goes home, he's like, I don't know if I can be friends with Mickey anymore.
Yeah. In this game, even, he'll be like, look, Pluto! He's the king's dog, and it's just kind of like, dot, dot, dot. I just saw the scene that happened on your screen where Sebastian was swimming toward Sora, or past him. It always looks like he's gonna pinch his nipples.
That would suck.
He's just like, meh.
I really, really hate this world.
You know, I might be the only person in the world that likes this, that likes Atlantica in this game.
I don't mind like the cutscenes or the story or anything. It's just the playing is so bad.
I like how this world is, if you're playing on an easier difficulty, one of the ones that forces you to use magic. And for me, as a kid, I really learned how to use the magic system in this world. So,
That's fair.
I liked that.
Pirates kind of did that in 2.
Also, I live for it.
Yeah. Well, you can sing it in,
Yeah, I can. And we're going to when we get there.
in 2. Yeah. Alright, let me change out my customize to better fit this world.
So, I have a little bit of backstory for me, not for Kingdom Hearts. So, a while ago, my friends were like, alright, we want to do a D&D campaign based on Kingdom Hearts, which is cringy as fuck, but it was something that happened. And they were like, but you're the only one who knows about enough about Kingdom Hearts to do this, so you're going to be the DM. And I was like, great. So, I made a world based on Atlantica, and then I had 2 people spend the entire time trying to flirt with Ariel. And that was most of the most of the first session, and then I stopped doing it.
Yeah,
I bailed.
I can see where that would, you know, at first it's like cute or funny, and then it's like after a while, like, okay, are you flirting with Ariel or are you flirting with me? And both are not okay, please stop.
But in my campaign, Ariel's gay now, I guess.
That's
He's
fine.
the one who successfully rolled the best. Rolled the best was playing a woman, and I was like, oh, thank God. It was like a nat 20 on charm or something like. I don't know. I don't remember what the stat was. I haven't played D&D in a while, but it was like you know, nat 20 with romance in her. Oh shit, alright. Word. You're dating Ariel.
Well, she always wants to explore, like, new worlds and stuff, so...
Yeah.
She wants to violate Daddy's orders.
Doesn't she have, like, a bajillion sisters? I guess she has 6 sisters. He was, like, really... He was really, obsessive over Ariel. I think it's because she's the youngest, but he has, like, 6 sisters, and he just doesn't seem to give a shit about anything.
Well, the others obeyed. Like, they did what they were told.
Yeah.
Oh, man, my eyes start itching.
I guess I mean, we don't really know much about them, so...
We know that they help us sing Swim This Way.
Mm-hmm. We know that they're representative of the 7 cities. When you put all 7 of them together.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah, we knew that.
The Disney adults figured that one out for me.
I gotta find the little thing that plays the Final Fantasy theme.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it plays Who Am I from Final Fantasy 7 on it. The doon 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 doon. Classic.
Oh, come on. I keep thinking that fire is going to work like it does in 3, where no matter what direction you're aiming, it will hit its target.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times already.
I forget it doesn't bend at all in this one.
You're gonna be hearing a lot of that from me throughout this. I'm sorry. Alrighty.
That was too close.
Gearing up to play Atlantica. Oh, also, I really enjoy Ariel as a party member. I think she's a really good mage.
As long as
Yeah.
That's another reason I like Atlantica.
I will
She's
not tolerate
good at her
those
job.
creatures inside this palace.
And the clams being treasure chest is kind of cute.
Oh, Ariel, when will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Her summon's really cute in
a
3.
I really wish, like, I was thinking about this earlier when I was playing it. I wish that, like, if you had Sparrow in your party and you summoned Ariel, he'd be like, so you have a mermaid on your side, mate, or something like that.
Oh, that would be so cute.
What's that?
Or like he calls her a siren or something.
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear?
Also, speaking of 3, when the ending of Pirates, when they have, what's his face? Davy Jones turn to Will Turner, and he says, "Do you fear death?" Even though the voice actor is either the same guy or sounds very close, he doesn't say it right. He just goes, "Do you fear death?" And it's like, it's supposed to be, "Do you fear death?"
Ew. I hope he doesn't say it like that.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it was in the movie.
Well, those movies kind of blew, so like...
No, it was good. Like, I like the way they did Davy Jones in the films.
I knew it.
Davy Jones, sure, yeah, but the movies. I did not like any of them besides the first one. I especially didn't like Stranger Tides, which isn't part of the trilogy, it's just not good.
I thought Stranger Tides was better than 3.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I just didn't like any of them. It's like Black Pearl or bust for me, you know?
I'm not saying that Black Pearl isn't loads better than the others, but I don't know. Davy Jones is cool. It was just like the director didn't do the right job with him.
Yeah.
But it's just like with Barbossa and Black Pearl, we got the legend proper. Like, it was well explained why things were the way they were. Mm-hmm. And while they do explain some stuff in 2 and 3, it's never really explained why he became a monster. Like, I don't know, I guess technically they don't explain why they're skeletons in 3, other than they're cursed. That's all they say, it's just we're cursed by the treasure. But something about that was more acceptable than everyone becoming fish people, even though it's not... Like, his curse, there was nothing about it that implied he should become fish people.
Right. At least with the other curse, it was sort of like...
And it was consistent, too.
Yeah,
like they were all skeletons.
Like you will be tortured, right?
Yeah,
it's like a torture curse. I don't know what's really cursed about being a fish person other than not being able to get laid.
Yeah,
and he always has to be in water, but like he kind of just lived there anyway. So I don't know. It seems so like a lame curse, as far as curses go.
And he did it to himself too. So like,
yeah.
Which I guess you could say Barbossa did as well, but Barbossa didn't believe there was a curse.
Right. And why would you? Like, seems kind of far-fetched.
Yeah. But I don't know, I as much as you just shat on the line just now, I always liked in the films when Davy Jones would, right before he killed her, he'd be like, "Do you fear death?"
Maybe your impression is just really bad.
Probably.
You know, because you make it sound really doofy. Fuck.
Well, it's a little scarier when there's this monster pointing a sword at you.
Yeah. I keep thinking about, like, you as a person and thinking about the whole, like, he didn't believe in the curse thing, and you would totally be the one in the movies to get cursed because you're like, there's no way that's real, and then... and then you would fucking get wrecked. You'd get shreked by the curse.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Ah, you'd totally do that. You'd be like, that sounds like something someone from Tumblr made up, and then you'd like die.
Be like the thing in the horror movie, like right before someone dies, like, that's fake, and then just like the most gruesome death.
Yeah.
See ya. Deep freeze. Fire. Fire. Deep freeze. Fire.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wait, Steampunk Jigglypuff says Davy Jones can get it though. Also, they were very good. I'm assuming he means in reference to the other Pirates movies. Davy Jones can get it. Can he?
He can have sex. It's just someone has to like be willing to have sex with that.
Oh my god. Okay, so I thought like most of the time people said he can get it though, they mean like I'd bang him. So I was like, is that like?
Well, knowing who Steampunk Jigglypuff is, I'm sure that's also what he meant. How about it? Would you bang Davy Jones? Question for the audience. Leave a comment below.
Would you bang Davy Jones?
Would you bang Davy Jones? And if not, what do you have against Davy Jones?
Murderous fish person.
Hey, I love how sometimes the dolphin just doesn't fucking spawn.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. What do you do with the big pink mushroom that's just doing a little shot?
You don't have the ability to do anything good with him right now.
Oh. Oh.
You need Stopka.
Oh.
Or stop.
He's just...
Yeah, Stopka.
Oh, he's just doing this little dance. That's cute. But I just want to open the treasure chest behind him, so I'm just gonna boop him until he leaves.
I'll let you explain the emoticons that were just posted by Steampunk Jigglypuff. Essentially, it's a yes.
Tentacle, octopus, tentacle, hentai girl. So yeah. Ah, word. Well, to each his own.
I just had the worst imaginable thought.
Yeah? Is it appropriate to say on stream?
Probably not, but I'm gonna say it.
Alright.
It's just like in the discussion of Davy Jones having sex, of just like, do you think like in the bedroom he's like, do you fear death?
You know, I just realized that some people would be down to bone him because they might be into tentacle porn.
Yeah.
And like that might do it for them.
Yeah,
you know?
his beard could satisfy the unsatisfied.
Oh man. Well, leave a comment below. Would you pay Davy Jones for his tentacle beard? Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. We make good content here.
Yeah. I look forward to my future employer finding this.
Yeah, same. The goal is for us to establish ourselves with enough credibility on Kingdom Hearts lore that they'll be slightly impressed and then hire us anyway.
Yeah. That's what everybody wants, and they're scientists.
Yeah. Hey, you're observant. You're observant, and you got a big brain. You need observant people.
Look at the big brain on Jeb. Yeah, I guess this dolphin's just never going to spawn.
Steampunk Jigglypuff says, do you fear a Hagao? Please. And we're gonna leave that at that. Yo,
can you imagine, like...
Oh, go ahead.
What you're gonna say is probably cleaner.
No, I mean, it's sort of a different story. I was gonna say one of my friends bought another one of my friends a hoodie with the Ahagao face all over it. He like will unabashedly wear it in public. I can't relate.
I was just gonna say, like, if Davy Jones is asking that question, does that mean he's gonna do the face? Like,
do you fear?
And they'll be like, no, and then like his eyes roll back.
He does. His whole face gets all like anime eyes with the drool and everything. Oh my god. End me.
I just keep thinking about how like like how angry he is throughout those films. Like that same attitude. Just like I keep imagining like little lines. You make for a poor excuse for a partner. Just the way he pops every syllable.
And then he says, do you fear Ahagao? And then his face like goes like, he says like ooh woo. And then like ooh woo senpai. I'm done. Alright, I give up.
Well,
let's cancel this channel.
I think the more the story is, we have to, because this dolphin's not going to spawn.
F's in the chat for the dolphin.
I always feel like it's like there's a reason, like there's something I was supposed to do that I didn't do, but I can never find it.
Probably is for me. For me, I always it will spawn. There'll be a couple times where I'm like, "Where's the dolphin?" But for the most part, like it's clearly giving you more trouble than it should be.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever went to, I didn't go to her room after I talked to Triton. That might be it. I don't remember if you have to or not.
Try it.
But it's the
Maybe
only...
she needs to have a moment where she's so many places I'd like
Yeah,
to
because
see.
isn't she like, let's go look for the keyhole?
Yeah.
Because she's like, ignore Daddy, let's go find the keyhole. And you're like, but Daddy said...
Please
like,
stop saying Daddy.
Daddy treats me like a child. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy. That's what she calls him.
I know, but I hate it. Why is Triton shaped like that? Looks like Adam Driver.
Yeah, but as you know, Steampunk Jigglypuff, there are people who are well into adulthood who still say Daddy. Yeah, I needed this cutscene. And you only have many problems with them.
You muted the cutscene?
No, I said I needed to do the cutscene.
Oh, you needed. Oh, I was like, how'd you manage? Like, she's always like, oh, but Daddy. Stop. Poseidon's out here frickin' pissed because these people just came in and they're like, you know, we're here to attend to this ancient lore of your world.
Yeah. Considering how much they try to protect the world order, and he's like, we're gonna find the core to your planet and put some stuff in it.
Yeah. It's so trippy how they do the like water effects in this by just like shrinking and stretching the
geometry.
Backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, he puts that heavy load on Sebastian. He's like, you know, my one rebellious daughter out of the 6 or 7 rather that I have.
I know that
Take
you're
care
a
of
crab.
her and only her. Yeah.
But protect the princess of the sea.
Yeah.
Who is not a princess of Hort because she has darkness in her.
I always thought about that when I was a kid.
But Alice doesn't.
This game. Yeah, when I was playing this game, I was always wondering why it wasn't Ariel, because, like, does Ariel have darkness in her heart? I guess that's what it implies.
It's also weird that they claim Kyrie doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or Jasmine, or, like, any of them. Like, they all had darkness in their heart. Yeah. Jasmine was jealous of the commoner. I mean...
And... I mean, Ventus is a Disney princess, so... A princess of heart, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
He's
got a heart of pure light.
Yeah, it's about the elements, baby, I guess. But I don't... It was always really weird to me. Just specifically because it was like, alright, so, sure, not Ariel, but yes, Alice. Not that Alice isn't pure, like, she's like a child. And I'm always corrupting the Alice in Wonderland story in my head because I'm an emo bitch. But from the Disney movies, like, you know, she was just a kid, and I get all that. But, like you said, Jasmine has just as much darkness as Ariel.
What do you... Steampunk, what do you mean, what was Jax? Jax is the Disney
it's Jack,
princess.
the Disney princess. Jack definitely has darkness in his heart. I don't know how they define darkness when it comes to the characters, really. I mean, we just kind of accepted the 7 princesses as they are. But, like, in my opinion, I would say I think that Ariel is more pure of heart than Jasmine. But also, like, I don't really know how to define that. It's elements in the story. It's not about personality. It's about, like a physical element. And darkness isn't, like, bad.
Well, they make the point, remember, again, in 3 of, like, you decide whether or not you're light or dark.
Mm-hmm. How did Ariel get all of her things in her, grotto?
Like, within the Kingdom Hearts universe?
Yeah.
They probably fell from, well, I don't know. I mean, in 2, they say that there's a human world that she can get to.
Yeah, and you see it, but is it just, like, the one island in Denmark, like?
I don't know, because I was gonna wait until Dream Drop before we talk about this. But Ursula's the first boss in Dream Drop, and she's at Destiny Islands.
I think they just did that because they were like, we need villain, water, Ursula, and it's really stupid. Like, it literally Phantom Ursula makes no freaking sense.
If they hadn't called her Phantom Ursula, I wouldn't have been bothered by it any.
Really?
Yeah, because it would have just been like, oh, okay, like, she's from, like, it would have been fine with me. It's just like, oh, because it's a water world, it can connect to the other water worlds.
Right. But instead it implies that they brought her back from the dead, which, I mean, considering the nature of the Dream Drop Master of Masters challenge,
well, no, I mean, she's not...
Mastership challenge, I guess it makes kind of sense.
She wasn't dead there, because that was in the past, so it would have been before... See, this is the other thing that bothers me, is like if they hadn't called it Phantom, because, it would have been before Sora ever went on his journey.
That is true, it was in the past.
But my thought, so...
yeah, she addressed them as such, so that doesn't make sense. It could be a translation error.
No, here's where I think they wanted to go with it, and I think they dropped it. I think Xehanort taught her how to go back in time, because there has to be a version of you there.
Yeah.
So I think he had to go back in time, and then they can travel. And then she's like the Phantom, because when they defeat her, it's like, well, you can't erase time, so all you did was just get rid of her, travel to the past version.
Yeah.
But, because when she says, she goes, she says, he was right, those guppies are here.
Oh, does she do that?
Yeah.
But and so she's a Phantom because in the present time she's already dead. So that makes sense.
Although is she? Because
again,
I mean, we kill her here and then she shows up in 2 again.
Yeah, but she dies in the movie way, so it's special. I mean,
maybe.
I would say that they just call her Phantom. That would be sort of translation error in my head, just because in my experience with a lot of Japanese media, when they say Phantom, it's usually in reference of something that is more like a trace of the past than a spirit. It's not like a ghost in the Western traditional sense. It's more like it's more like a imprinted memory.
I can buy that. I just killed a shark.
Sometimes, okay, so keeping in mind in this game, in terms of the way they handle, like, hearts and nobodies and bodies and stuff, the fact that the Japanese word for heart and, like, the concept of spirit and heart are all the same word makes this game make so much more goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Take me somewhere, dolphin friend. You're not taking me okay, I just got out of the grotto. What do I have to do right after I get out of the grotto? Save me some time.
What do you mean? You like? Did she say let's go find the keyhole?
Yeah.
Then you have to go to. You take the dolphin, not the one that's outside her grotto, but the one that's in that big main hub. You take that dolphin, and he leads you to the sunken ship, and you get the crystal trident from there.
Wait, but I just left and Flotsam and Jetsam were there. I'm not sure if she said let's go find the key.
Yeah, that's the scene.
So I do go on the dolphin? Okay, so there's multiple dolphin missions. Right. Okay. Because you do have to eventually go back to the grotto, and she's like, so many places I want to see. I know I'll get there someday, and then... Yeah. Word.
Man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another world, aren't you?
Huh?
Then you must be the key bearer.
Oh, here's that scene where Under the Sea or that map where Under the Sea takes place.
You may fool Ariel, but you can't fool me. You don't know your dorsal fin from your tail. As the key bearer, you must already know one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Of course I know that, but...
You have violated this principle. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
Oh, Sora's not like that.
I thank you for saving my daughter, but there is no room in my ocean for you or your key.
I always like how Trident just like gives him a lecture about how he can't just go to worlds willy-nilly.
Yeah. It sets up an important foundation for the rest of the series in terms of Sora abusing the ever-living shit out of its power.
What a pity. If only there was
Especially in 3. Because in the other games, it's like he has purpose. He's going there and he's saving people. But in 3, they're like, you gotta go find the power of waking. And then they're like, what do you do? And it's like, basically run around like a moron. And that's not a real goal. At least he's abusing that power to help himself, not the people around him. 3 really dug in a myriad of ways how Sora abuses his power, and it ultimately leads to his demise. And that actually makes the Disney World seem a lot more meaningful to me now. Now that I've said that out loud.
Yeah, that was always, I mean, even the first time I kind of got this impression of, in 3, of like, Sora's becoming too OP for his own good. Was like the impression I kept getting.
Well, one of the main complaints of 3 is that it doesn't feel like there's a purpose to going to the worlds, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's the point.
Yeah,
I think
there's a little bit of
it's
that.
Supposed to feel silly.
There's that, and then also the whole thing is supposed to be his heart guides him to anyone who's in trouble.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that he should be meddling with. But of course, wherever he goes, he brings trouble with him. So if he's, say, reacting to somebody who's having an issue that has nothing to do with him, he can drag trouble there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that perspective. It makes Kingdom Hearts 3 have a little bit more meaning, because those Disney Worlds made me feel a little bit gypped for a little while, but now I get it, and I like that. Nomura actually did a really good thing that is very underappreciated. Good storytelling, buddy.
Yeah, there's a lot as I go
Nomura
through.
Watches our stream.
There's a lot as I go back through 3 that I'm like, I can appreciate this a little bit more now in the grander context. There's still a lot in 3 that I would do different, but if I was making it, but nobody ever asked me for my opinion.
I don't think that we need to always say the caveat that, you know, well, there's still a lot bad about 3, like, we all know, you know, like, we're aware, but I like pointing out the good in it. I say knowing damn well that I spent a lot of time pointing out the bad in it earlier in these streams, but man, I don't have time for that negativity. I got it all out, you know.
Yeah, you might end up like, you might end up making Vanitas.
Yeah.
Like Randall did.
Alright. Alright. Fair complaint. That's silly. That's very silly. I like the idea that someone is so bent up by their corporate job that they make
they make darkness.
Yeah.
They make the personification of evil.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it like that, but yeah, he just hated his corporate job.
Can you blame him?
He's also like plays as like the conservative, where he's like, laugh power is just not sustainable. It's like it definitely is more sustainable than screams, but okay.
Yeah. Well, we all have that guy at work, you know.
Big fish.
I got the shark chasing after me now. Should I beat him up or should I just leave him alone?
I think you have to, maybe? Maybe not.
You don't.
Not the first time, you don't. You have to when you go back.
Yeah, but that's not now.
Because Sebastian won't open the thing until you do.
Yeah.
The trident is mine at last, and I couldn't have done it without your help, my dear.
Ursula, no! I don't want this!
Why not? Aren't you
I think Triton needs to, like, go to anger management therapy.
Oh, yes. We had a deal, didn't
Yeah, like, you wonder why your daughter ran away and got knocked up at 16, and it's because you came to her personal, like, private area and started breaking her things. That fucks up a kid, you know?
The keyhole is not here.
What? Why, we have company. I'm afraid you're a little late, handsome.
Although, you know what they would do in a remake that I wouldn't like?
What?
Whenever people teleport, they would make them use that, like, dark portal thing. And I like that that's not in one.
I'm going with you. My father is hurt and it's
It makes,
I mean,
like,
Riku does it.
I have to stop Ursula.
they never show it on screen, like that animation.
Oh, not in the exact animation, no, but he did leave via dark portal at the
That's
end
fine,
of,
that's fine.
Monstro. He just went whoop, and he opened his hand, and the big black hole, you know, swallowed
Yeah.
him up. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. I just mean, like, I don't want that exact animation appearing a bunch.
I know which one you want, or which one you mean. Rather,
Yeah.
the it opens, it makes the sound,
Yeah.
and then 2 feet walk out, followed by the body. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, Chain of Memories, when they did the 3D version, they replaced, sorry, they replaced, like, Marluxia's teleport in the opening. Like, in the GBA, he disappears and then reappears. And then in the 3D version, he does that, like, dark teleport, and it removes some of the mystique from the scene.
Yeah, but then we'd be on here trying to theorize about if
Why
they
he
put
can
that
do
in there,
that.
then we'd be why he can do that. We'd be sitting there like, so his teleportation powers must have come from when he turned into a nobody and shit and whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fucking Union Cross phone app nonsense.
That's a good point. Fucking hate this game. I'd be done with my PhD if I didn't have this game.
Right. God. I'd be doing so much more with my life.
Come
You know what I hate, just as a general, like, not from Kingdom Hearts, but just in general, people who say, like, they used to play video games, and then because they became toxic with it, then start telling everyone how video games are only toxic.
I've never run into anyone like that in my life.
I've dealt with a few people, like, in the past couple days, and I'm just like, God, I hate this person. I hate when people do that shit. Like, no, it's just an escape, man. I'm like, no, you played Call of Duty for 16 hours a day. That is not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that about anyone with, like, moral superiority and about the things they do and that sanctimonious attitude whenever they look down on people that do stuff that they used to do. It's not a good look. Like...
Yeah. Well, you get that in the Kingdom Hearts community, too, of, like, people who played Kingdom Hearts when they were young, but now don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of grew up, dude. It's like, okay, I'm glad that you think, you know, whatever it is you do is better than what I do. Like,
Exactly.
I'm glad you're so comfortable with your own interests that you have the need to, you know, shit on mine. Not that I don't shit on people's interests literally all the time. Fuck K-pop.
Oh, K-pop stands? Oh,
now
man,
I just
K-pop
really
stands.
created... That was the funniest thing on that Legal Eagle episode where he explained the executive order, was seeing a Harvard lawyer, like, just casually say the K-pop stands.
Yeah. K-pop stands, here's the thing, alright? They do some great work sometimes. But, and I don't hate, like, K-pop as a genre, but I hate their, like, whatever their fandom is, the whole, like, tag yourself, who's your bias? I love, insert Korean name here that I'm not gonna say because I'm gonna either botch it or say something racist. And then, like, and then they're, like, always constantly posting about K-pop like they don't have anything else going on in their lives at all. There's something about K-pop that just, like, sucks you in and makes you totally fucking useless outside of K-pop. I don't understand.
For reference, in regards to, you know, them constantly posting, we have streamed this 3 nights in a row.
I get that, but, you know, you're valid in saying that. However, we streamed this for 3 nights in a row after, like, 10 years of talking about doing it but having other stuff to do. Like...
Yeah.
We
and really only because of
outside of
COVID.
Kingdom Hearts. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like COVID finally gave us the time to be pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm. And we'll keep this up, regardless of what happens going forward. We just needed the kick in the ass to do it, and now it just probably won't be as frequent once our lives pick up again. Like, definitely not multiple nights in a row, because we'll have shit to do. I have to get back to school on September 21st, so, you know, after this month, we're going to be streaming a little bit less.
Yeah.
Also, I have friends, and they're probably wondering where I've been.
Yeah. We also might not be willing to do it every single night when it's shit like Chain of Memories.
Oh, definitely not.
It's like, I don't want to play this every night. The Kingdom Hearts 1's fun.
Yeah.
Chain of Memories is not.
Yeah. Well...
But I don't feel comfortable just doing just the cutscenes on that.
Yeah. Well, we'll play it by ear. I'm not really... I don't really care if we're strict on our,
yeah, I'm not either.
On our streams. Maybe our uploads, sure. But... we'll adjust accordingly.
I don't think any of it matters.
I think our uploads we can maybe get a little bit more strict with if we have a reason to. But if we don't, then, you know. No, I mean...
I feel you, dog.
We'll see where it goes. Don't want to jump the gun. So, is Charlotte going to be the one, editing our stuff?
I don't know.
Alright. Well, I combed through the first one for highlights, and then...
Yeah.
I'll do the other one, when I feel like it.
We'll get
I'll
to
do
that
this one
eventually.
when I feel like it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not in any hurry whatsoever.
I will. I'll hopefully we can get the highlights out sooner rather than later, just because I know that if we don't start doing it, we'll never do it. Like, I know us. We need momentum to do things.
Yeah. Well, I don't... We'll get to it. Just stop worrying about it. Quit pestering me. If you pester me, it's never gonna happen. Alright, where the hell is Ursula? Does she just... Oh my god. Stare. I really hate how obnoxious Flotsam and Jetsam get in this fight.
Yeah, I know.
It's just every 2 seconds. No escape. Alright, where is she this time? Oh my god, I can't find her. Here she is.
What is Ursula trying to do with the keyhole in this world?
She wants to open it.
Control the Heartless?
She already has control.
Yeah, so like, I don't really get what her
all
motive is.
Well, Maleficent has them looking for the keyholes.
Yeah. I guess it was just like, lead me into everlasting darkness, you know, that kind of thing.
Because I think, so here's my understanding. This is actually a good moment to bring up Maleficent's plan, like what it really is. In Kingdom Hearts 1, she is using the Heartless to send the worlds into the realm of darkness, and then she's collecting the princesses so that she can open the door to darkness, go through it, and there's already a domain in there for her to control. So she wants to control the realm of darkness, but she also wants stuff to be there when she gets there. And that's what the Heartless are doing for her.
And also, I guess, what her lackeys are doing for her, because Ursula just said that she wants to find the keyhole and plunge the world into darkness. I mean, yeah, Maleficent's main thing throughout the entire game is having a domain to rule. Like, she really just wants to be a monarch. That's her thing.
Yeah.
Like...
Although it's kind of interesting in that line of thinking, because there's the scene later when, okay, I'm in a bad position now. I forgot to equip ethers before going into this fight.
Oh no. Oh, that's murderous.
Yeah, it is. I just have to wait for her to say...
I'm doing that right now before I forget, because I will.
But there's the scene when, like, they open the keyhole and Ansem Riku says, unlock it and the Heartless will overrun this world. And then Maleficent says, what do I care? The darkness holds no power over me. Instead, I will use its power to conquer all worlds. And it's like, it's kind of interesting that even there, Ansem tried to manipulate her and she was like, nope.
Yeah. I mean, Maleficent's pretty smart, honestly. Like, when she was being used by Xehanort, she wouldn't have let him use her if it didn't ultimately benefit her in the end.
Yeah.
So, like, their goals happen to align. And that, you know, allowed him to, air quotes, use her, but I'm not sure she was ever truly being used.
Yeah.
She's another one of those characters that just kind of does whatever she wants. Always a character that I like. That's my favorite trope. The ones without strict moral alignment, just doing whatever feels right in the moment. So like when she helps Sora in the later games because she's like, I really hate this dickbag though. So like
she just found Xemnas annoying.
Yeah.
That was her whole plan there. about to hear Ursula's laughing again, because that's what everyone likes.
Yeah, that one. Hate it.
Yeah.
I wish I had dolphin kick already. I'm so sorry, I'm annoying.
It's better than ha 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 ha.
Glad that my humming is more pleasant than Ursula's laugh.
Or no escape.
No escape. No escape. No escape. Yeah.
Stand up and fight. And also, I don't know what she's saying. That other one is like, see and win again, my friends.
I don't know. I don't recall off the top of my head.
Beat her.
I'm fucking up this shark right now. The shark.
I love how disturbed she is when Flotsam and Jetsam die.
I mean, yeah. When she calls them her babies, I'm pretty sure she thinks that they're like her children or something.
And like the noise she makes, she goes, ugh.
Yeah. Get out of here, Shrock. Now I gotta go press the button behind the big rock. Or not behind the big rock, behind the ship, next to the big rock.
How come Donald gets Leaf Bracer before I do?
Donald's a bitch.
Oh, wait. I didn't do the one thing I was trying to do. I guess I'll try taking on Ursula.
You know, I gotta say, the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3 is fucking lit, because I keep finding myself wanting to be playing Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. Being like, man, I wish that I had, like, the interactive and fun multi-tiered combat that is in that game. Kingdom Hearts 2 is pretty good too, but, like... And in a lot of ways, better than 3, because 3 can get a little bit too much in the sense of, like, the attractions and whatnot. However, like... I don't know. There was something that was really enthralling about the combat of 3, and it didn't feel like I was just pressing X all the time.
Yeah.
This game, I feel like I'm pressing X all the time.
Or actually... Gotta get all my elixirs for Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
And I need stop. Yeah, I want. I'm trying to think what spell I want to use to attack her with. I guess I'll do fire, it's the lowest cost.
Fucking blow up, Cauldron. Jesus Christ, how much ice do I need to... Okay.
You should use fire instead.
Is fire better?
It costs less MP. And it's based on the number of spells, not the strength of the spell.
Oh, okay, works. That works.
Also, you can spam it. So it's a faster cast rate. Pathetic fools!
I just had Blizzard on my hotkey, so I kept using that one.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Blizzard fan.
The shotgun spell.
Yeah. I always pick shotgun and like shooters.
It's very American. Shoot in the general direction and hope it hits.
Yep. Get close and in your enemy's face.
Did you ever watch? Did you ever watch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't like it. It's bad. It's considered one of the worst films.
Oh, okay.
I like it in like a ironic, unironic way. But there's this scene where like, well, first off, do you know anything about it?
No.
Okay, so it's based on a graphic novel that's about like all these classic English literature characters get together to like, it's kind of like a superhero thing, but like it's just all these classic English lit. So it's like Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's what's his face? I can't remember his name now. From King Solomon's Mines. Tom Sawyer is an American Secret Service agent. There's the Invisible Man, and then there's the wife from Dracula, and they're fighting Moriarty from whatchamacallit, Sherlock, who is pretending to be the Phantom of the Opera. So
oh my god, this sounds so bad.
The graphic novel is amazing. It was like got a lot of awards and stuff. The movie was just really bad.
Right. It sounds like it would lend itself to a comic book format, but
yeah.
Not. Yeah, I would never want to watch that. It sounds like a bad Netflix series.
Anyway, there's this scene that I was referencing where Quatermain, that's his name from King Solomon's Mines, where Tom Sawyer like he's shooting just his pistols very rapidly at one of these like enemies that they're fighting, whatever. And then the next scene, Quatermain's like, "Now, do you want to learn how to shoot?" And he's like, "I already know how to shoot." And Quatermain goes, "Oh, I saw. It's very American. Shoot enough bullets and hope that they hit the target. I'm talking about shooting something at 50 to 150 yards." And Tom Sawyer goes, "That's impossible." And Quatermain goes, "No, actually, it's what most people in the world do."
Yeah. You know what's a funny little trick? The sideways clam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just drops shit on you when you open it and it hurts. In Ursula's thingy thing. That got me a couple times.
I have to say, this has probably been the most, like, normal fight with Ursula I've ever had.
Yeah?
Like...
I'm gonna save beforehand. I'm going back to save, and I
yeah.
hope that you did too.
Yeah, I always do. Yeah, I'm not, like, feeling like I'm spamming or, like, cheating the fight, but I'm not getting completely wrecked. Mm-hmm. Oof. Like, it's close. But it doesn't feel as cheap as it normally does.
I never really had I think I'm like one of the only people in the world, but I've never really had a problem with the Ursula fight.
It can get the better of you if you're not careful.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure, but it was really one that, like,
there's
when
just
I think
a
back
lot.
to the fights that destroyed me, it's not Ursula.
If you don't use stop, it's a total nightmare.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the bosses designed around you using stop.
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten through it without using stop before.
Yeah.
Back in my, like, Oonga Boonga, I don't know how to use magic days.
Well, it's just he spams thunder so much.
Yeah, and you have to be like, chill. And then you stop on her.
Well, also on, like, Proud mode, like, her thunder can basically bring you down to 1 HP.
Yeah. Because she has Thundaga, right? Or maybe it's Thundera, but it's definitely higher level magic.
Yeah. Well, she gives you whatever your next thunder upgrade is.
Could be Thundera. We only have Thunder so far.
Yeah. Yeah, Thundera is what I got this time. But yeah, it can get pretty bad. Face is another one like that in the final boss sequence.
Oh my god, the ugly face, which is like the dumbest name. Yeah, that bitch, he sucks. It's not even difficult, it's just annoying.
Well, it's the exact same problem. He just spams thunder.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's because he's just one boss in that whole segment, it's not worth it to you to like prep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't switch out my customized menu. Also, if you leave Neverland, you can't come back to that save point right before Shadow Sora.
Oh, that's annoying.
You have to go back to the hold.
Ugh.
It's fine, I could probably use another level up.
So what are we gonna do? Have you get through Neverland, then call it?
That's what I was thinking, but if Shadow Sora starts being a pain...
Alright, well, let's see if you can beat it. And if you have a difficult time, then we just won't, but... But you're leveled up now, so you might not have as difficult of a time as you did before. Wow.
Well, also, I'm level 37, so in 3 more levels, I switch over to faster leveling.
Oh, okay. So basically, you're gonna make this your bitch pretty soon.
Yeah. And that's why we chose start at mid of night. Because that's the thing, is it's like, up until this point, like, you reach level 40 around here, so it's like, so long as you get that switch kind of before Hollow Bastion, you're good to go. Although, man, like, as a kid, if you didn't, like, your first time through, you don't know that, like, the game's about to get 10 times harder after Hollow Bastion everywhere.
Yeah.
That can really screw you over.
Man, everyone can relate to being stuck on Hollow Bastion on that Riku fight.
I thought it was the final boss.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, you beat Maleficent already. You're at this original world that's not a Disney world. He's got a Keyblade. It's playing this epic music. You're in front of Kyrie's dead body.
Right, and you're fighting your friend. It actually would make a very good final fight, but I guess when I was a kid, I just kind of knew that it was Ansem, and that's probably because I played Kingdom Hearts 2 first, so yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it. God, let's play the how do I find this goddamn area game.
I had the ending to Kingdom Hearts 1 strangely spoiled by a kid at the YMCA.
Really? Oh. That sucks. Such a good ending.
We were playing that game that kids play where, like, you just, like, play as your favorite superhero or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were all in the Kingdom Hearts, so, like, a bunch of us were being Kingdom Hearts characters and shit. And, I hadn't beaten one yet. And this kid was like, you know, all you kids, you just, like, basically narrate what's fucking happening or whatever. And this kid's like, and then Mickey comes down in the gummy ship with the golden Keyblade. And I was like, where are you getting that from? He's like, it's what fucking happens in the game, dude. I'm sure the 6-year-old didn't say it like that, but...
I like to think that he said it like that.
That's just what happens.
God, get with it, fucker. Like,
get wrecked, son. Golden Keyblade. Okay.
I love when Ursula manages to bite you and she says, not very tasty.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. It's so tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
And she sounds so disgusting. She's like, ugh, not very tasty.
Yeah.
Reminds me of when you fight Riku at the beginning at Disney Islands, and like you miss a hit, and he goes, "You still don't got it."
Yeah.
Wait!
Man, I need an ether.
Oof. Oh, I did not
no.
change out my equipment at all. Oh, you know what? Get wrecked, Shadow Sora.
Oh, did you get him already?
No, but I'm going to with this. Because I'm on a... Oh, man, look at that damage. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm watching your screen very, like, intently now. Oh, man, fuck him up, Dumbo.
It's all about my friends. They're my power because I have like 12 strength stat.
Strong is your power, you know? Dumbo's your power. We never, like, call Dumbo again. Like, he never shows up in the series again. Genie. Pulling out Genie. Alright. I love how Genie's like a consistent summon, and it makes sense too.
That could have gone a little bit better.
Should probably keep fighting Ursula and stop watching your stream. Ouch.
Oops. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Come on now.
Oh, I know what the problem with this fight is. You can't frickin' guard underwater.
You know, I got gold, never equipped it. I bet it would probably help here.
I bet it would.
Let me do that and then try him again now that I just died. Turn off air combo plus because that's useless in this fight. And then I'm kind of thinking... no.
Ah, shit. I'm not in a good position in this fight anymore. I should have put an elixir on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of ethers, so...
Do I have anything like, no I don't. Can't believe he's still wrecking me.
Oh, thank you, Ursula. Or, not Ursula. Ariel. She came in clutch with that heal. Ah, got munched. Got butt munched. Fucking die, fucking die, fucking die. I'm risking it for the biscuit. Get out of here. Yeah, bitch.
Get me straight.
You know what's great about the Kingdom Hearts 1 ending is that it still hits. After, like,
Yeah.
20 years, it still hits you right in the feelings. And you'll find, like, the rare person who's never seen the Kingdom Hearts ending, and they'll see it for the first time, and they'll just be emotionally eviscerated. Because nothing could prepare you for the end of this game. And I think this run-through with you might be one of my faster run-throughs of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I tend to keep the pace high.
Well, I mean, I've done it so many times, but I always have this, like, completionist mentality for no reason at all.
I have that too, it's just...
slower.
I don't do it during the story, because it's like I'll get through all that stuff faster if I wait till I have to have glide.
Yeah, and I always tend to forget that like an idiot. But we're definitely gonna have to go back and do some...
Well, before we go to Hollow Bastion, I will spend quite a bit of time collecting stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna have a obligatory collecting session.
Yeah. I always do that right before I go to Hollow Bastion. Especially the tournaments, because they also level up with Hollow Bastion's level change. God, this fight.
Yeah. I admire Ariel's ambition.
Being married to a prince?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's certainly ambitious, but I mean, like, I want to see things and I want to see the world and I will grow legs, damn it.
Yeah, when a mermaid says it, it's like, oh, it's empowering. When a person who is born without legs says it, it's like, alright, be realistic.
What is wrong with you?
Beat him.
Hey.
It took an elixir, but we did it. I like his death sequence.
I don't remember what it looks like, but I suppose I'll see in about 10 seconds. Oh, how he just kind of like stands there for a second, then goes like whoop. into the ground.
Yeah, I just like the way the
The
camera
darkness.
runs that.
Yeah. It's unique. No one ever dies like that in Kingdom Hearts besides that.
Kind of reminds me of the way Riku Replica does, but it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Where he's like sitting in that puddle.
Abrupt.
God, Riku Replica's death tears me up.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
A fake to the very end.
Ugh. He comes back and does good things.
Yeah.
I do not have the emotional capacity to start Neverland right now. I'll just do Neverland on my own time, and I'm just gonna do some Coliseum shit.
That's fine.
Fire!
Okay, stop doing the jumping.
Oh shit, I didn't change out that I have stop on my hotkeys. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking I need to switch that out. Oh no. This is... I'll make it Blizzala. Actually, I kind of like having thunder. Thunder!
That's the power of the Keyblade. So cute.
Is it though? Or is it the power of your heart, Sora?
It's the power of his friends. His friends
Deep.
are his power. Deep, I know.
I like how by 3 people are tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
Also like when he says it in Dream Drop and Zigbar goes, duh!
I mean, I like the revelation where he kind of like, you realize that he means it literally. Like, Sora is useless without the people around him, and the only reason he has the abilities that he has is because of the people around him. And granted, that's not true as the series goes on, but like, he started off as being quite literally an accident.
Yeah. I really like this.
His power is being really open.
I like this scene when Hook says hand over the Keyblade and he says, be glad I'm merciful, unlike the Heartless. But he's gonna make him walk the plank. It's like walking the plank is more humane than letting you be eaten by the Heartless.
Yeah. That must be like a pirate thing, because walking the plank was like a whole thing that I never quite understood, because it's like, alright, you're dooming them to their death, but it's like alleviating some guilt out of that slight possibility that you think maybe they'll live. Maybe. Like...
Yeah. I wonder how much that actually happened. Or if it just like was some Hollywood trope that got out of hand.
It's probably a Hollywood trope. Certainly looks like one. Ah, fuck. That's not where you aim, Sora.
I'll Google it later.
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Attain the power of healing for no reason at all.
Tinkerbell heal. Tinkerbell girl.
Thunder! Thunder!
I hate when your partners use stop and you're like, I kind of just wanted to kill it.
Yeah.
I've never decided how I felt about the fact that the damage piles up and stop.
I never liked it. I thought it was really annoying, because I could never tell, like, okay, should I stop hitting this thing now?
It's cool from like a technical, like, oh, I get it. It's actually stopped. But that's where it stops for me. Like,
Yeah,
of enjoying
exactly.
it. It's like, this is kind of miserable.
Yeah, I'm just hitting this and I'm gonna assume it's dead, but like, I don't know. Like,
Alright, now that all my MP's gone, time to fight Hook.
woo!
I think you can escape this battle. It's one of the few bosses you can escape.
You literally just like walk away from it?
Yeah, you just go back into the ship.
Oh my god, that's funny. Can you just like not do it at all?
You have to do it because you need the Navi G from the...
Oh yeah.
I guess I can check.
You gotta go to Big Ben.
But I remember, like, on the level 1 run, I figured that out. Yeah, you can just walk away from it.
That's so funny.
And the reason we do it on, like, the level 1 run, it's the same reason I'm about to do it, is that you can use a cottage.
Oh yeah.
And you go back out. And he's just here. No cutscene.
He's just waiting
Ow!
to,
That was very mean. I'm gonna do Dumbo. I don't know where he is, so I gotta find him for a second. Oh, there he is.
I love that when you fight all the large bodies in the Coliseum, and you just drop the gravity on them, and they all just flat.
Yeah.
Or at least quite a few of them do.
Woo. Oh man. I say this every time I fight Hook, in every game that you fight him in. I love that Hook is such a formidable fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but something about it just makes me so happy that he's a legitimate, powerful sword fighter.
I guess it's because it like explains how he got to the position of power he's in, because otherwise there's no goddamn explanation for it.
I like how he has
It
a...
certainly wasn't not his leadership skills or his personality, I'll tell you that much.
He has a very custom animation when you cast fire on him.
Does he?
Yeah. It's pretty cute, but it also turns it into an attack, and I should not do it anymore. Oh, he's immune to thunder. Oh my god! He's immune to thunder big time.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the worst. Oh my god, I keep thinking I have Aereo on triangle, but I have thunder. It turns his sword into a lightning bolt.
Oh, that's cool.
You'll not get me, other hand.
Man, he is not one that you're supposed to use magic on, is he?
No. And that's, I'm sure, why that is. Also, you get Oz Arcanum from him, which kind of still fits with the whole...
Well, I mean, like, he's the swordplay guy, so you do the, you know, fast swordplay, key play, I don't know.
I like the like, motion blur they do on his sword. Fits with it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't block that.
Squall's ass. Get out of here, Squall.
Also, like when you knock him into the water.
Yeah.
He's like, you not get me, other hand! And he jumps up. Oh man, I just like looked at his face as I was hitting him. He has a facial expression while you're hitting him that's really funny.
I'll take note of it when I play it.
Oh god, stop! I'm so close. There we go.
He does have a funny face. Oh, learn strike raid. Alright, word. Oh, you got Leaf Bracer, hallelujah.
Yeah.
It's like the most useful fucking ability in the game. I know I should, but I like never use the Strike Raid Sonic Blade stuff in this game.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, the MP consumption's just not worth it. I only ever use them in limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
It really flew. Wait till I tell Kairi. I wonder if she'll believe me.
I also don't know what they scale with. Like, is it based on your strength stat or on your magic stat?
If you believe.
And I've tried looking it up and nobody seems to know or talk about it.
I know.
I guess a lot of people don't really use them.
There's so much I want to tell her about
game.
flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
What's that?
I guess I'll put Treasure Bag on Sora because I have nothing else.
You say there's something there.
Although it is funny because they establish like so many attack ideas for the later games.
Yeah. Never fucking use them, but you know.
Like Ragnarok probably shows up the most.
Oh yeah. And it's cool how those like things that are supposed to be like big, powerful attacks in this game are sort of like the norm for Sora after a little bit.
Yeah. Time to beat the shit out of Big Ben.
I don't know what to do now. I beat that Coliseum.
Well, I'm about to be done in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. I simply want to make sure that I saved because I don't remember that I did. I guess I'll just land back in the Coliseum and make sure that I saved.
I like in 3 when you seal the door that they throw Randall in.
Yeah.
And it plays this music from 1 when you you're sealing a keyhole.
I know, they make it really dramatic because it's obviously supposed to be like doofy and kind of a joke, but like they really play it up and it's really funny. I like how this game is very self-aware. I know I've said that before, but it's still a good thing. I always appreciate it in a game.
Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I forgot that Riku sees the keyhole there, and also the keyhole looks stupid.
I really like this too, since like it was reckless to do this.
Bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart. A castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes. The untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
Also, the fact that Beast can just teleport to other worlds through sheer force of will.
Yeah, I think that they bring that back up in Kingdom Hearts 2 because they say that like Zaldin's trying to turn him into a Heartless because they suspect that he would make a very strong nobody, and it's because I don't think that anybody else has ever been able to teleport due to sheer force of will.
Yeah.
Besides maybe if you say like Sora and his heart warping nonsense. his heart jumping thing.
Does Beast have the power of waking?
She's getting steamed again.
Good
It's
question.
just a theory. A game theory.
Will ya?
What?
You definitely see, like, Tink's whole butt right there.
It was always really weird. They, like, always sexualized Tinkerbell, and she's, like, literally as big as your thumb.
Yeah, well. People be into stuff, I guess. I want second chance. How come Goofy gets it? Why do I have to equip shared abilities? Of course I want them.
Right?
Okay. I think this is a good stopping place.
Alright. Well,
because this is basically the end of Act 2.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everyone who watched, and will watch this video later. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz.
Click that bell icon.
Yeah. Get notifications whenever we upload our obnoxiously long streams.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye, everybody. Have a good time if you're alive. I don't know how to close the stream. Hang on. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.